podcast. Ahoy and g'day once again to ye, my lords, my ladies, and everybody else not sitting on a cushion or in a well-defined gender bracket. I be Josh the Pirate, and I have with me me hearty crew. The rumours state that she was the first woman to orbit the Earth without ever leaving her apartment, and she taught her cat to do her taxes. It's Darius Danova. It is said that for 3 years he was the prima ballerina for the Belgian Youth Orchestra, and he can still belch the national anthem. It's John Best. I read somewhere that they are a distant descendant of Vlad the Impaler, but they are also allergic to food on sticks. It's Ardanna the Lorite. And according to legend, she was found as a pup in the wild and raised by a shoemaker from Dorset, and for related reasons, she is banned from the Karen Up Build-A-Bear workshop. It's Karen, the mother of bunnies.
I did the DM seat tonight. He once wrote a 12-volume series of epic poetry in Pig Latin and sunk a submarine with the sheer power of Boogie. It's Josh the Pirate!
So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Daria, who the absolute heck are you?
I'm the absolute heck, Daria. I am an artist.
You absolute heck,
a player. I'm a artist, a player, a gadunk for the next couple of weeks, and I am happy to be here.
You Okay, John, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm John. Yeah, wow, I'm always just bowled over by these intros. I enjoy it a lot. Long-time friend of the show, actor, dancer, recently re-employed, very happy about that. Hooray.
Excellent. Ardanna, who the heck are you?
Well, apparently now I'm allergic to foods on sticks, so there goes my plans for a kebab later today. But yes, I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorite. You can find me there on Twitch or on YouTube, where I played the bad half of the Dark Urge and his handler. No, I'm not the Dark Urge.
Good.
I am the devil on the Dark Urge's shoulder.
Oh, God.
Between you and Terrace, that tracks, actually, yeah.
Yes. Terrace playing the Dark Urge and trying to be the goodest boy who's ever lived, and I am the warlock encouraging his bad side.
Why be good when you could be terrible?
When you could be Terrace. And Karen,
Can
who
I
the
be
heck
terrible
are you?
at things?
Hi, I'm Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. I've never been to Build-A-Bear. I have merely looked in longingly from the outside, wondering what mysteries lie within.
Horrors. Unspeakable horrors.
Unspeakable horrors. Good, glad
Yes.
I've dodged that. The world contains enough speakable horrors without them being bears. Yeah, I will be returning as Arlette, the pacifist, who still let herself be baited into a cross-galaxy spaceship race. Because she is a teenager after all.
Well, exactly. And I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games like this thing, right now, what we are doing. But you already knew that already, because you're here. You've already been. Hey, Tony, good to see you, mate. Other than that, you can find my majestic voice over on the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar and his little dragon, Rosh. And there's probably a few bits and pieces of me over on the Lorite's YouTube as well, if you want to have a sticky peek over there. Particularly a Vaesen campaign that's bloody good, and I want to get back to. Ardanna, just saying. You can do whatever with that you will. We are affiliated with Troll Lord Games, who are fantastic beans. You can check out their wonderful work over at trolllord.com. And one of you, lucky beans, may well have a good reason to, because we've got a giveaway this evening. We are giving away 2 items. So if you type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win, you could win a Troll Lord Games voucher for $10 at their online store for any PDF that you may fancy, and Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition, a Steam key for that as well. So, get your TTRPG goodness going on this week. Absolutely. Please type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win. We have all the ! socials. We have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there and you're not a bot trying to sell me out. That's what Daria's for. And we have a YouTube. I mean, she's for other things as well, but she can sell me out if she likes. So you can check out all the previous episodes you may have missed there, including last week's beginning of this new Teens in Space Odyssey. Teens in Space Odyssey? Ha ha ha, I like that. Which of you was that? Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going blind.
Did you just get gassed?
There's two dogs. There's three dogs in here with me. And one of them... Oh, God. Well,
this is an
my camera went blurry
moment.
briefly. Yeah.
I farted. No, I farted.
We all
I am
farted.
Farticus.
People wonder why I'm not getting a dog.
This is only a partially good reason not to. John, I'm going to give you an inspiration for that one.
Wow.
Farticus. We haven't even begun. Karen, can you tell me about the Ukraine, please?
I can. The Ukraine is a small country found in Europe that has had the
not that small.
misfortune.
It's not that small. Russia's trying to make it slightly smaller, but it's actually quite a big country.
Look, everywhere's small compared to Australia.
Yeah.
Even Russia.
Maybe not Russia. I think Russia's got us there. Everyone's just like, Texas is huge. And I'm like,
Hold my
Texas
beer.
isn't even fucking one of our states, bitches. Anyway, we were talking about Ukraine. They've had the misfortune of being in a war for the last few years, which has been rather bad for a lot of people. So if you are able to throw some digital pennies into the metaphorical donation bucket, you can do so at the link in chat. Thank you and good night.
Guys, we do need a bit of a recap about what happened last time. Can anybody recall what the absolute heck happened last time?
I mean, most of the session was us building our characters and trying to remember what it's like to be a teenager.
It was very recent for most of us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And best
22
forgotten.
years. I mean, but yeah, and after that, we decided that, hey, now that we know what it's like to be a teenager, let's borrow a
With consent.
spaceship. Yeah, implied consent, yes.
Yeah, dubious. Yeah.
Dubious implied consent by a person who probably doesn't know that we borrowed it. Technically, Charade didn't borrow anything, she just hopped along.
Yeah.
But with spaceship acquired, we were setting off to somewhere. No idea. 4 teenagers in a spaceship. What could possibly go wrong? When a transmission came in with a challenge from a bunch of dickweeds, who said, we are heading here. I bet you can't get there before us, and we really hope you try. Which made our group go, of course we can get there before you. You suck. And through some maneuvers that probably will get all of us in very much trouble if they could ever catch up to us. And when we get back to port, we managed to beat them out of the very, very crowded spaceport. If you've ever seen Top Gun, some of the maneuvers were very similar to that.
But flying a ship that looks not unlike an umbrella.
Yes.
Which just makes it more impressive, really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, we got out of the spaceport and on our way to the... my brain just went Pleasure Planet to the tune of the theme music
Lost
of Treasure
in
Planet.
Paradise! No, it's Hypaxia is where you're going.
Yes, Hypaxia is where we're going. On our way there, we got a very faint transmission of please send help from something floating in space, and all of us were, we should probably see what that is about and help. We could still beat the dickweeds to Hypaxia. And, well, we decided to go check what that is. Most of the crew decided to step on over to the ship after we docked. Shari is staying behind in case of emergency. She can punch the get out of here real fast button and pick the rest of the party up because she doesn't have a spacesuit. The others do. And I think that's where we left off.
Oh, well, there was one tiny moment. There was one tiny element at the very, very end. But I shall recap that in just a second. So, mateys, let us tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, go boldly where only the people who evolved there have been before. So, mateys, we return to open space, well away from the commonly travelled space lanes, to a Viridian 3 class cargo heavy cargo hauler, the Vespa, which is carrying a volatile cargo, but whose 13-person crew are missing. The teens have boarded, responding to a distress call, and Kenneth, Gadunk, and Arlette have boarded, leaving Shari aboard the 2 to 15 to protect from boarders and pirates. They found a main habitation block with what looks like a meal was interrupted about 3 days previously. Arlette then attempted to gain access to the main computer from the captain's cabin and got a little other than a countdown saying that they had less than 21 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
Did not specify what minimum safe distance was.
And that's where we left it.
Yes.
So the interiors of the Vespa are clean, though a little worn. It's sort of like, tidy. Well, not tidy, actually. Currently a little bit distressed and bedraggled. But generally speaking, sort of think the Millennium Falcon, actually, though maybe a little cleaner. But that sort of vibe, sort of 70s, 80s sci-fi chic. Light cream, off-white. Lived in, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Clean but lived in. Off-white panelled in panelled in off-white plastic, and everything seems modular for easy repair. The ship's power is basically out, and the batteries are nearly flat. It's got emergency lighting, which sort of flickers. Interesting things you have noted so far: the air is warm and still well oxygenated, which is very odd for different reasons, because the life support is not active. The ship should be cold and the air stale, so what's going on there? We're not sure. The ship's lines are cut, the sails hang slackly in space, and the power seems down to almost nothing because those sails are how it generates the power. You do know that the ship would have a backup power generator, sort of like submarines have a main one, and then they have something small to just keep the batteries charged for a few hours in case of emergency. Most spaceships would have the same. Beyond that, you don't know what's going on. Gadunk and Kenneth are in the main living area, which is an 8-sided space, each side of which has a doorway going somewhere. The ones at the top and bottom of the room are 2 doors. The rest are actually just doorways, not actual true. There's curtains to seal off the 4 sleeping compartments, and the head. There is a quiet little sort of TV watching nook. And then, doors heading north and south along the main axis of the ship. So 2 passages that you have not yet investigated. Arlette, I think the scene is with you. What do you do?
I think it would be safe to say that Arlette is having a moment right now. And once she's had that moment, it'll last for approximately 7 seconds. She's going to look around to see if any who is within earshot of her right now.
I think both the boys are within 10 meters of her.
Guys, we may be in trouble. Someone's in trouble.
Huh? I guess, yeah. Kenneth Kenneth will probably check it out.
Yeah.
Wander on over.
And she's pointing at the countdown.
There is a screen with, it doesn't have it's not counting down by the second, but it does have sort of like the hazardous yellow and black warning lights, like stripes around it. The screen is fritzing a little bit, but it's generally, you can read it. It says you have 21 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. Arlette, as a pilot, you would probably... Well, actually, no, you probably wouldn't have any idea because you don't know what's going to explode. What minimum safe distance would be is the trick.
Yeah, and that'll be the next bit of information. She's like, I don't know what the minimum safe distance is. We might want to go.
How much?
Maybe shout to see if anyone's here, and then go.
Shout, you say?
Haven't shouted yet.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
I'm merely considering it as an option.
DM rolls dice.
I am going to ask, how much do we not like that other group? Could we send a distress signal specifically to them to get them to arrive just as the countdown reaches 0?
Wow. That's dark and also not really feasible.
Logistically, that's
they're
the problem.
probably about
yeah.
2 hours minimum away. Like, you started at the same point, but you guys went... They had to navigate around something, you went straight through.
Okay.
So they're offered a tangential course to you, booking it, and you've been traveling for at least a couple of hours, so they're at least an hour away.
Okay. That's not feasible. Oh.
Not unless you could slow the countdown.
I mean,
Look, maybe we should tell Cherie to warm up the engines and get it ready, and then we can maybe check whilst they're doing that.
I'm going to say
to see
that
if we know what it...
you have your comms are open, so Shari can hear all these conversations.
Yes.
Cherie, there's a countdown. We might need to leave.
Can you quickly repeat what the countdown said? Like, what's
You
the
have
situation?
21 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
And no, like, warning, this system is offline. Just the countdown.
That is what the screen displays, and Arlette did not do well to interact with it. This is the captain's private terminal, so you'd need a password.
Okay.
You could try a different terminal, either on the bridge or in the engineering.
While Arlette and Cherie communicate about all of that, Gadunk will go little rodent mode and will start following the wires from the terminal to try and find the source of the signal.
The wires head up into the ceiling near the air vent. There are several air vents throughout.
Good, I'm just the
space.
size.
It's big enough to accommodate a person, but like a human. But yeah, you can absolutely. Gadunk scuttles up the wall, terrifying Spider-Man-esque. A Robo Beaver scuttles up the wall and into the air vents. Gadunk, I think a brains check, please.
A brains check. Okay, give me a second, because I did that fillable PDF last time, and for some reason it did not save. So now I'm trying to
rebuild
so
what
while
you
I
were.
figure that out, yeah, please.
Confident
please
you were a
continue.
D20 for brains. I'm pretty sure you
I am?
picked. I think
No,
you
brains
were.
is second.
No.
Oh, brains
I
is
have
second,
I'm
12.
a fight D10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a brains D12. Okay, let's do a D12. And I think I had an addition to it. I think I had a plus something. No, it was to something
It's
else.
to grit or fight. Yeah.
Okay, I got an 8 so far.
An 8.
With nothing, I guess. Yeah.
You have a D4 and you have an inspiration if you want to burn them.
I will actually use a D4 because I feel like the faster we find this, the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah. Okay, that's a 2, so that's a 10 total.
All right. So I'm calling brains checks to notice stuff. I'm putting brains as a perception thing. because that's what normally this would be. Slash investigation. The cabling you are following, you can see heads further up. You can follow it relatively simply. There are, as you travel along, you would notice little scratch marks, like clawed digits have made scratch marks in the metal that you would say are pretty fresh. Of this of the air vents as you follow the cabling along. You notice, do you follow it? Would you like head along with it?
Yes. Yes.
The cabling travels to the toward the bridge, which I would give you as a cardinal direction north, heading up the ship, and about 2/3 of the way along toward the bridge, you would guess. It's probably about a 50-meter journey, but it's hard to tell because you're in a duct. The cabling veers off and basically into the wall, but also has significantly more cabling continuing out of roughly the same spot and along. There is major burn marks, like several cables have shorted out, including one that you've been following along. So between the Gedunk with a 10, you would know this is the ship's primary computer. And the cabling that you've been following is the stuff that goes directly to the captain's cabin. He could probably operate the ship from his private terminal if he really needed to. There's enough like wiring and so forth. Like this is a fairly major connection he's got, but several parts of it are shorted or burned out.
Burnt out. By fire, by laser, by.
You would guess internal, like power surge.
Inside, like overcharged or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Would I know of anything that could create like a powerful surge of electricity that like burns the wires?
That would be an independent brains check.
Okay, while I try to figure that out, we're gonna probably come back to it after everyone else has done something.
The other thing you do notice is that the computer which you have reached, the main computer has been either tampered with or modified, or someone has worked on it recently. Some of the cowling it's all been replaced, but some of it hasn't been like secured properly. Like there are screws missing. You would, if you had to guess, you'd say it was done in a rush.
Interesting. I will relay that through the comms so everyone knows, and I'll continue like figuring it out.
Go.
Well, if you want me to keep the engines running, it's going to burn fuel.
Well, no.
Not a lot, but...
It runs power, but you basically, what it means is you'll have to open the sails again. We'll have to launch the sails again.
I can keep those open, and then we can take off whenever you want, but...
Actually, Shari, the issue would be too much power. Because with them open, if you're not flying, that would be
I can keep the sails open, but I would need to. You need to hurry, or we short out our ship.
Could that be what they've done?
I'll make a brains check.
I was like, ooh, 20, and then I remembered I just rolled a D100, so that's actually just 2, but I do get a +1, so 3.
3. That's a shame. It occurs to you that it could be. Basically, I'm not telling you that Arlette doesn't think that, but it wouldn't. The sails on their own couldn't blow out the ship. It certainly couldn't have caused them to break off.
Right.
Normal usage without without the energy being converted into propulsion wouldn't blow the. It might short out the computers, but it wouldn't. Like, it might short out some of the electrical circuits in the ship, but it wouldn't blow the sails off.
Right. So the minimum safe distance, 21 minutes thing, is that like changing at all?
It's now down to 19.
19 minutes. Okay. Arlette basically wants to do a quick sweep of the rooms to see if there's anyone still here.
Okay.
She's not going to run around yelling because that feels undignified and likely to cause panic. So she's just going to quickly, if a door's unlocked, she's going to open it and stick her head in and be like, hello?
The nearest door to you that is not easy to see through would be the passage heading forward.
Cool.
Cracking that open, you see... the forward passage is pretty neat. Probably a little neater than the main area, though one wall panel is resting 6 feet from its assigned spot, and the edges are bent, like something has torn it from the wall.
What's behind the panel?
It is a fair amount of like machinery and wiring. It does appear to have been worked on, you would guess, partially from the fact that some bundles of wires are hanging out of the wall, and also that there's a small electrical toolkit on the floor next to it, a little sort of metal red box. The lighting is again flashing dull red lights. The air up here is not as good as well. You would say there is less oxygen in it, but that quickly flushes in with the air that you were breathing before. You're not in any danger, and you're wearing a spacesuit anyway, so you're probably not even aware of it. Yeah. You can see 3 doors. They are all closed. One in either wall. The first is on your left. The second is on your right, a little further up, and then there is a one at the end, which you assume is the bridge.
Cool. I'll check the bridge first.
Heading to the bridge. Yep. I mean, both the doors, all 3 have... Well, no, sorry. Both the 2 in the walls would have, like, viewports in them. So you can see inside without actually having to go in.
Okay. Well, I'll quickly look through those then, and then I'll go to the bridge.
The first one on the left is the galley. And it looks like something tore through it and didn't necessarily eat everything, but ate a lot of everything. And wasn't too careful about it, how it went about it. There is like cereal boxes just open and scattered. Yeah, it looks like Cookie Monster had a midnight feast in there, sort of thing. But there is no body. The next one up, as in no people.
Right.
The next one
No
up...
people or corpses, just cereal.
Well, so the next one up is the med bay. The med bay is in turmoil. Bloody bandages and medical supplies are littered everywhere. The floor also has a couple of large oily slicks on it. Or like black tarry substance. And the whole thing shows very clear evidence of something moving through it. Something about 2 feet wide, moving through it all. On the main slab, it's a ship designed for 10. It doesn't have an awful lot of resources in here. There's only one bed, but on that bed is a body. It is actually an Hesperian like you, though their skin is a mottled. It's a mottled pink, sort of pinky purple hues, and their frill is a light yellow. And they have a huge wound in their chest. Yeah.
And are they clearly dead. Like,
You being an Esperian would be able to say fairly comprehensively that someone of your race who had suffered that injury definitely would be dead very, very soon after receiving it. They also do not appear to be moving, and I think their scales have lost the luster of life.
right. It's just kind of just all the little signs of
Not good.
living. Right. Just in case it's some sort of pathogen, I'm not going to open the med bay door.
Totally fair.
There's no crowd of terrified people in there, so I feel no need to go into the terrified
Wait,
bloodstained
don't
room.
you have a suit?
Don't
You
care.
you are wearing a spacesuit, but
You have a filtration suit, but okay.
yeah.
That's up to you.
Oh, it's you're in
It's
a
also covered in blood, you know.
yeah. You're in a
no, that's very fair.
You are in a sealed thing. You have never actually gone in vacuum, so you could risk taking it back to Shari if you did. Is a valid concern. This observations take Arlette no more than 20 seconds. Then heads down to the bridge. The bridge is intact, but shows signs of panic. The main computer is unsurprisingly offline. It had a limited AI, but it does not appear to be functioning. You would be aware that it needs significant power to operate an AI. You've got one. Indeed, it also generates a fair amount of heat, and this ship is frickin' warm. And one of the screens that is operating is showing that the heat systems are maxed out. One of the ventilation shafts, one of the ventilation hatch covers is hanging open in the middle of the room and swinging freely. There are empty half-drunk coffee cups, some like plastic, the old nasty plastic styrofoam containers on the arms of chairs. Some computer screens are off, some not. And yeah, generally just not great.
Is this an alien situation and I'm in their fucking home in the vents like da-da-da-da-da? Which, by the way, I do have a welding iron. Can I weld the wires so the main computer can be turned on?
The welding torch I don't think would be helpful. That's a cutting implement. But you can certainly, I would say Gadunk is a
Welding is not a cutting implement. Welding
I
is to
apologize.
weld things together.
So, yeah. But it's for... Sorry, okay, that's very true. But it's not for welding tiny and fragile wires together. It's for, attaching steel to steel. A cutting torch is what I was thinking of. But I would say with Gadunk's abilities in rewiring, which he's already said he can do, yes. I have no issues with you trying to do that. Yep, absolutely. Again, it would be a brains check.
God, okay. God. Help us.
You can do it, Gadunk.
12! That's a max I could roll on
Straight
this.
12. Love it.
Oh.
Okay.
Was that like
And you can roll
a
again.
natural? Yeah, did it explode?
It is. It would explode.
Oh, I
Yay.
thought only the 20s just explode.
No.
Sweet.
All of them do.
Sweet.
You are excellent
A
welder.
6.
A 6.
So 18.
18 on a D12 isn't bad at all. Gadunk,
Hey!
you prove the DM wrong. Your welding torch comes out and you start welding. It's because he's tiny. It's not a welding torch. It's a soldering iron. He just uses it like one.
Just a fancy cigarette lighter, really.
Yes. It's one of those ones for
You
creme
mean
brulee.
a fingerprint remover?
Yeah, you managed to, in under a minute, resolder all the lines heading to and from the main computer bay. And Arlette, as you sort of take in the scenes of it's still now, but clearly previously there was chaos on the bridge. The computer, some of the screens flicker and turn back on. I'm going to turn to Kenneth for a minute. What is Kenneth doing in this?
I think... So we were all in the same place looking at the screen, and then Gadunk scaled the walls and disappeared. And Arlette was like, I'm going to check everything.
Just scuttles off.
Yeah. And Arlette, is furiously looking for people. I think Kenneth is going to. Is there a normal place where distress signals are emitted from?
The bridge, yeah.
I think
If Arlette's heading
Kenneth-
that way, you would like most ships can be controlled from the engineering space as well. Like, so if Arlette's going one direction, unless you want, if you're prepared to really split the party up, you can leave the doors open. So you could go the other direction, or you could go with Arlette specifically looking for that.
Could you turn the distress signal off from the other direction?
The engineering, if you can do it from the bridge, you can probably do it from engineering, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, look, you know what? I am definitely going to go the wrong way and completely split the party.
Fantastic. Decisively.
My fatal flaw, yes. So I'm just going to call out to the rest of them, just going to turn off the distress signal and head out that way.
Given that it is calling ships to it and it's about to explode, not the worst idea. Cool.
Is its
The
main
press-
computer called Mother?
No, it's called Further. No, I did name it something and it wasn't either of those things. No, I didn't. I didn't because the AI doesn't function anymore. That's why. Pressure doors lead forward and aft. The aft one heads past a tool shop, a small hangar bay, and ends at the engineering section. The corridor has several sections which seem melted by high heat or acid. Cables hang from
dragon.
the ceilings, and in one place, a 2-foot square of steel has been placed on the floor. Kenneth, something you would reckon would probably weigh at least 40 kilos. This massive sheet of thick, like probably centimeter thick steel plate has been just placed on the floor. Initially, you think it might be welded, but it's not. It's got ice frozen around the rim.
What?
Even in the sweltering confines of the ship, which your power suits readout say is 42 degrees where you currently are, it is icy around the rim of this steel plate.
That ain't no good.
Yeah.
Would Kenneth figure out why that's no good? Probably. He's not that dumb.
What is his brain's dice?
D12, it's the second highest?
Oh, okay, roll it.
7?
Yeah, definitely. There's a hole in the hull. This
Yeah.
was the best and quickest way to patch it. Looking around, you would guess that that's a part of a different part of the ship that somebody just snagged and threw at it, and nailed it. And basically, it is sealed there by pressure.
Kenneth is not going to step on it.
That's wise.
Yeah, he's gonna use the wall or something else to get past.
So the far door, you would guess, is engineering. There are 2 others, one on each side, equidistant along the wall, about halfway down, just past the metal plate. You sort of scooch past it. On the left is the tool shop, and on the right, it's actually an airlock. Essentially, it's to a hangar bay, a very small one, but a hangar bay. But it's an airlock with a glass window in it. You can see that the hangar is open to space.
Anything in it? Like any ships?
I'm gonna let you 7 from, but no, I'll have you roll again, please.
Sweet.
Did you see how close he was to being nice there?
No, because
Close.
it's just a very separate thing. Like thinking about why that there and looking around, it's different checks.
It's a 5 this time, not as good.
You would expect to find in a room this small. Firstly, it's interesting that it didn't get sealed up again. That meant that would be a very strong indicator that there was nobody aboard to seal it.
Aha.
With a 5. But you would guess a shuttle that could seat no more than 10.
Is there or was there?
Was there, isn't anymore.
Aha.
It has gone. The only thing... No, you don't notice it with a 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. There's no fun ships. That's all right. A strange metagaming part of Kenneth is like, oh, tool shop. Something else could have really enjoyed a tool shop. A character in a world with a giant tree. Anyway, that's not useful.
Awkward dunk, just saying.
True. I'm probably not about to bang on the ceiling, though.
Yeah, well, there's that, yeah.
Yeah.
Continues on or has a look in the tool shop? The door to the tool shop does not have a window in it.
Maybe I might throw the door open, but I'm not really gonna, actually go in unless there's something incredibly interesting.
It is surprisingly tidy in there. Just have a quick peek inside. Given how everything else is is messy, this place is surprisingly tidy. A few things are scattered around, but almost everything has been tacked down or is in drawers, which are sealed. A single reel of sail tack, which is the cabling you would use to connect the ship to the sail, has been unspooled and apparently prepared for installation, but this evidently wasn't completed. And one of the tools used to do this, a hydro spanner, lies next to the spool, crushed.
Ooh. Not gonna pick up the crushed spanner.
Completely non-functioning, broken in half.
Yeah. I'm gonna go, oh, that's strange, and close the door and keep going.
Kenneth, I'd say that a ship this size would need more than a single sail to operate. To even, power up. It has 4 and it needs at least 2.
Yeah.
Continuing along, you get to engineering. Engineering is chaos. The only lights are red emergency ones that flick on and off. Several banks of computers and machinery have blown out and are or otherwise shorted. All 4 windlass assemblies are non-functional. Windlasses being the winding mechanism for the sails. They're completely non-functional. 2 of them have been wrenched from their housings. One has exited the ship through a hole in the hull that has been very rapidly patched. Someone did weld that one, though there is an icy rhyming it. As I was saying, yeah. Yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. Yeah. My goal is to turn off the distress signal. However, I have to do that. So I
think
guess
it would be a
first...
brawn, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole point of a distress signal is that you can't turn it off. You want people to come. It's one particularly. You probably need codes or something. But if you break the machinery that's admitting it, you could definitely do that. It would be a brains or a brawn. The difference is it's an easier brawn than it is a brains.
Okay. And I am in power armor.
That's true.
Which I've forgotten what that does.
I think it gives you advantage on brawn stuff.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Nice.
Yes. Let's make sure. Boo, 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 boo. Let me see what it actually does. I don't have that here.
I do,
Why?
But it's not open.
Yeah.
I want to say it's about page 67. It was page 68.
That's pretty close.
Power arm. No, it's page 69. A mechanized armor exoskeleton. I know, yeah. When worn, it reduces your flight to 1, but increases your fight, brawn, and grit by a d10.
Woohoo! Okay. Increases it by a d10. So
you add a d10 to whatever your brawn is.
Which is a d4, which is why I ask. Great, cool. Let's smash some shit.
Yep.
It's clobbering time.
It's clobbering time. Oh no, that's a 2. Oh, 2 and a 7. So that brings it up to a 9.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Right. Sorry, a 9. Yeah, you. One of the few functioning pieces of machinery that there is still has the. You can see it coming up on the screen, and your power armor picks up the wording of it as well. And you walk right over to it and just put the fist of your power armor straight through the monitor. Yeah, one of the few pieces of functioning machinery in the engineering no longer functions, and the Shari can report that the distress signals ended.
Whatever you did, it shut up.
Hey, I've ended the distress.
You fixed the problem.
Have you really?
Time to go home.
Well, no one in distress over here.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let us go back to the bridge to Gdunk and Arlette, both of whom are within communicating distance of each other. Gdunk, you're about 10 meters along from the bridge's entry to the air conditioning vents.
Yeah, I'll probably like crawl through and get to the open air vent in the bridge so I can be with Arlette if she needs any help.
The engineering.
And I will say like. Yeah,
Sorry,
I will just say like I welded what I could, but I welded what I could, but the overcharge of electricity was too much. Something, a big signal or something happened.
No, this is amazing. And Arlette's just like, she's like hands flying over the keyboard as she tries to like bring up like logs or any sort of records of like what's been happening on the ship. She's like, I need the captain's log, I need the engineer's log, I need all the logs.
Yep.
I'm going to throw this quickly to Shari. Firstly, Shari, I'm going to need a flight check to keep your ship ready to move, but not actually in motion, and yet close enough to retrieve them very quickly if necessary.
All right. That is my highest stat, D20.
That's why we left you.
Let's go.
That's a shit roll. That's a 9.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's below half.
It's only
Well,
just.
the averages for the DCs are not as high because the DC doesn't know if you have a D20. You know.
True.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's as Dario points out, this is very true. I would say it is high enough to do a pretty good job of it. Basically, you do reasonably well. You don't manage to do an extraordinary job. You basically wind up splitting the difference and retracting a couple of the sails. It's just not possible to burn off that much energy for very long. Without actually moving too much, and you don't want to circle them because that's quite difficult actually. With a sail.
Yeah, I imagine like she starts trying to do the almost like flapping the sails.
Oh yeah.
And then quite quickly goes like, nope, that takes too long, and it just. Fold a few.
If you let them go slack, not unlike what the ship you're attached to, but with them still connected so they can collect some power, that would do it, but at the same time it wouldn't leave you ready to move at a moment's notice. So Shari, do you have anything you would like to contribute? Any suggestions, any thoughts,
Is there any way to notice like being docked to the thing? Is there any way for Shari to notice that ship's system is now coming back on with
it
what
doesn't
Gdunk
have
did?
extra power. This is the thing. There is. I would say the only thing you might notice from the outside is the lights get dimmer.
Okay.
Your ship's AI.
Wait, do we have? Yeah.
Is operating. and Parole would tell you, Shari, the radiation signature from is coming from the cargo of that ship.
Oh, right. Well, Parole, is there any way to know what they were shipping exactly from our end?
Can you please make a brains check? Parole would basically allow you to will help you hack. So, what is your brains dice?
It's a D6.
I will let you add a D4 from Parole.
Okay. Let's see what we get. That is 6 total.
6 total.
Yep.
You hit a wall saying hazardous material. Hazardous. It would say hazardous fuel isotopes.
Right. And radiation.
Well, isotopes.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. Arlette. Sorry, Shari. Carry on. Anything else?
Shari was just happens. Well, Arlette, the cargo is radioactive and something about isotopes, but I didn't really pay attention in class, so no idea what that is.
Arlette is frantically typing away at the computer, probably looking for the exact same information.
She's like standing on one leg and she's got the other 3 limbs just...
Excellent. Arlette, what information are you looking for?
I'm basically looking for any sort of, like... The ship would have, like, it would keep a record of, like, things happening.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
a log.
It
yes.
would keep a log of, like, oh, you know, lifeboat deployed, you know,
Yes,
acceleration disengaged.
You're looking for the black box. Yeah.
Yes. I want
Okay.
its master record.
Yeah.
Hacks furiously.
A brains check.
She's
please.
not even hacking. She's just she's like, show me your records. I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
you have them.
Black boxes don't tend to be heavily encrypted because the people
They want
to be able to read.
Yes.
Give me a brains check.
Also, and I can't verify this, apparently they're orange, so that you can find them
Yes.
easier.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
It's an emergency
I'm
color.
like-
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
isn't it called the orange box then?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because
What?
that was Half-Life. That was Half-Life in Team
Oh,
Fortress
yes.
2.
Yeah, it was called the orange box. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
It's a while back. Back when I was a teenager,
It's a
actually.
deep cut, yeah.
That was an 8.
An 8. Arlette, you find the last few entries in it. The lifeboat was launched about a day ago, heading roughly in the direction of Hypaxia. It's probably the nearest large inhabited planet from where you currently are. The ship doesn't know where it is.
Interesting.
The ship has pretty detailed records of leaving Herbatia, making a pit stop at Arethusa on company orders to do a pickup for reasons that are not entered in the log. Then, shortly after departing Arethusa, it basically the detailed logs stop with massive malfunction detected. Power surge is the last thing that is recognized in the system, and then after that it goes to emergency. Like, the initial logs are kept by the captain and the AI, and then they become base level computer logs, which is basically just hatch opened, hatch closed. There's a lot of hatches, a lot of malfunction warnings, then the departure of the crew. About so the power surge which ends the AI's documentary would have occurred timestamped about 5 days ago. The first warning that is in the log after that is cargo reaching critical mass, and that was 2 days ago.
Can I find more information on what this cargo is, please?
Yes.
I need a manifest.
I will need a different check.
Brains again?
It will be, yes.
7.
A 7. Looking up a cargo manifest, the ship is hauling 80,000 tons of helium-3, which is a ship fuel. It's a radioactive ship fuel that requires constant cooling, or it goes, it heats of its own accord.
It'll blow up like in 20 minutes.
And yes.
Probably about 15 minutes now.
It is about 15 minutes at this point, yes. Which is, fun story, nowhere near enough time to reach minimum safe distance of that much fuel exploding.
Okay, I'm next to Arlette. I know mechanics quite well. Would I know where in the ship it is stored so we can either ballast, push it away from the ship, or sequester it or something?
You would know it from having just looked from the outside. This ship is about 80% cargo space. Cargo space which is open to space. They don't even bother sealing it because that's free cooling. Why bother cooling it? But it requires power to cool it, is the problem.
Yeah. And we don't have power.
This ship doesn't have power.
Our ship does. I'm thinking, what is better to do? To try and get rid of it, or to ask Cherie to blast a hole so it flows into the space, which is cold, and does not blow up.
So, interesting thing about space, it is cold, but it's also an excellent insulator. So it doesn't actually conduct heat away very well. It's why the International Space Station, for example, actually really struggles with cooling. It gets very hot up there, which is absolutely counterintuitive. But one of the things they have to work on the most is actually radiator vanes and keeping them clean. It's a fun fact, yeah. Space isn't hot, but it's really hard to cool down in it.
Yeah, very fun fact. Very, very fun fact for us.
You can absolutely can open the vents and pump the stuff out. It would probably freeze.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we can't get the ship away and we can't leave fast enough, we need that thing to just be inert. And I'm gonna, in Gdank voice, I'm gonna present that plan to everyone. It's like pissing it's like pissing off a cliff, you know, guys? Pissing off a cliff. We're gonna piss helium off a cliff.
Right.
So what is your plan?
Okay, see if I can understand
Are you planning
guys.
to shoot a hole into a containers? You may have seen the floor I'm seeing.
I know.
And also, I'm not normally the one to caution against this, but we're inside the ship right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, fine. Okay, then the follow-up question.
Is it possible for us to get power just back to the cooling?
Yeah, that's the question.
We don't need to power the whole ship, just the cooling system for the fuel.
No. Parole!
Yes?
Is there a way for me or for us to shuttle the excess power from our sails to that ship?
You could help, like, their sails are still intact, they're just not connected, so if you fix them, Shari, please make me a brains check. You asked the question. Please make me a brains check on behalf of the computer again. This would be a D10.
Alright. Yay, that's higher than... That's a 12.
That's very good
That's
on
my
D10.
Really? It was an 8 and rolled over to a 2.
Oh, okay. That's the only idea Parole has. He says he would say presumably it has a backup generator though. All ships do.
All 3 feet back on the keyboard.
Kenneth, you're in engineering. That's where the backup generator would be.
Kenneth pulls his arm out of a ruined monitor and is like, yeah, maybe.
Gosh, I hope that wasn't it.
You have just destroyed the backup generator. You're all going to die.
Kenneth, would you like to make a brains check to look around for the backup generator?
Yes, I would. I'll also tell people that I did find a roll of sail
Tack.
Yes, sail string tack. If that helps, we need more sails, or if we want to connect our sails to their ship, maybe we can do it with sail tack. Anyway.
So all ships would run with some replacement tack. It's just a really dumb idea to, if you need sails, not have the ability to repair them in flight. However, very few run with anywhere near enough to repair all their sails. It takes up a lot of space. You guys would have some on your ship, and they have some on theirs, but Kenneth, from what you saw, not enough.
Okay.
But added to yours,
maybe.
Yeah,
but
that's the trick.
Technically, we don't need the ship to be able to sail anywhere to be repaired. We just need the big ship to get enough power to either cool it down or shuttle it far enough to fuck away from us when it goes off.
Exactly.
We need to
buy time.
stabilize it long enough to get the hell out of here.
Okay, Kenneth,
Yes.
how did you do?
A 6.
You spot one of the few items of functioning equipment in this bay is the backup generator. Nowhere near the thing you punched a hole in. In fact, it has clearly been repaired. It wasn't working when everything also went bad, but it does appear to now function.
I have punched a monitor, and this now works.
A different thing.
Yay! I love percussive maintenance.
Yes.
It's not currently running.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to point out. Oh, look, yeah, I found it. Yeah, I can. I don't know how to turn it on, but I can punch it for you.
There is a big red button.
Oh, I do know how to turn it on. I can punch that for you.
Gently.
Oh, yeah.
Roll brawn.
Yeah. I only have a D4. It's fine. Oh no, I don't. I've got a
Yeah, you've got a
D10
D10
as well.
and a D10. You just, I presume you're not an idiot and you just press the big red button quite hard. You do so, and it makes a noise.
Oh, we're gonna have to get out and push.
Kenneth, a minor level of investigation. It's out of fuel.
Does it run off the same fuel that's slowly cooking the ship alive by any chance?
Maybe.
That would be great.
That would be convenient.
Even if it doesn't, we should try.
I mean, if you confirm, yes, we have it, no, it's out of fuel, Parole says, we have fuel for a backup generator on board.
Let's get that. Let's get that, because we know that works. Then let's do the maybe thing later.
Just in case that doesn't work, Parole, I have a wild idea, and I need you to tell me if this is gonna work.
I presume Kenneth is coming back to the ship?
Yes,
to
slowly in his
assist.
power armor.
Yeah. You'd probably be the person to carry the fuel from one ship to another. Shari, pitch it while Kenneth runs. Oh my
You
God,
know
you're
how
so
I
needy.
didn't try, like, making sure we don't get too much power from the sails, just enough to get away, not enough to blow us up. If we were to deploy all sails and pick a direction while still docked, can we get this thing in motion and then I just hit the button and it just continues because momentum?
Oh, I thought you meant like a hill start. Start the backup generator by pushing the big ship.
Roll
I mean, that
start.
could work.
Gotta do a
Yeah.
roll start.
A roll start.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Sorry, just need to quickly.
Because then we don't need all that much power to get things just moving. And hope for that no one else actually ends up in its way before it goes boom.
I mean, preferably no boom, but failing no boom, this is good
Yes.
plan. Use the power of science to get the exploding thing far away from us.
Oh, I just want to see if it works.
There you go.
If not, well,
I think we're quite close to it. But
Sorry, I was distracted by banning somebody. And then Daria got there first, thank you. What is proposed? Oh yeah, you're wanting to mate the two ships together and then fly both using the power of one. Parole says, notionally not the worst idea. You'd have to do a fair amount of welding, which Gadunk's good at.
oh no, I wasn't planning to.
The soft seal
By
on the
bow?
hatch is not enough to.
I was just gonna push the other one to get it enough momentum to just keep going after
I mean-
we undock it.
You could lash them together. There's cable enough for that.
But yeah, hopefully
But we
we don't
have
have to
to-
do that.
we'd have to disengage it if we wanted to turn around and head the other direction while it was still going. Yeah.
So
that's
larger
tricky.
ships would be capable of that. It's actually a fairly standard practice to have the docking port be a reinforced structure, a hard point on the hull, so that you can mate two ships together in exactly this situation. However, whilst the hauler would be capable of it, yours is a small diplomatic fast boy
Yeah.
and not really designed for that. Yeah. So you could probably, however, if you wanted to reinforce the connection and make it capable of that, it's something you could try if you wanted to, but fast release then would be tricky.
Yeah. Oh, let's see if we can get the generator working.
You know what I just realized? If we'd upgraded the cloaking device to like the last level, it goes insubstantial. We could just cloak, have it explode, and then uncloak.
Yeah, the
That's
explosion
kind of
passes
over.
right through you.
Yeah.
You feel warm, not dead. Yeah. All of my
Anyway, but
atoms
we
were
didn't.
slightly excited there. Cool. Yeah, so, Kenneth, you return. Shari has, whilst pitching this, I'm going to say, as probably the physically largest member of the crew, Shari has probably gone and gotten some fuel, like a canister of fuel to refuel their thing from yours. It is
Oh
not...
yeah, she's not been sitting still this whole time. She's just
Yeah.
walking around, punching, looking at stuff.
So she leaves it in the hatch so that Kenneth doesn't have to come back aboard to get it, but doesn't... Kenneth grabs it, takes it back down. What is Arlette and Gadunk doing during this time? Kenneth, this action is probably not overly complicated. Like, I'm not even having him roll for it. It's just walk somewhere, get something, pour it in a hole, and good. So what are Arlette and Gadunk doing?
Let's try to find instructions for how to operate the backup generator. Just in case it's not obvious how to make it work.
You do find them because it is fairly easy, and yeah, you find instructions for operating the backup generator. It is designed to be idiot-proof. That's the whole point of a backup, is so you don't want something complicated if you're in an emergency situation. The big red button, even Kenneth was able to operate it. Yeah.
We have...
You suspect, Arlette, that the backup generator failed, and that's why... as in, it ran out of fuel, and that's when the emergency clicked in.
Do we have the obvious connecting bits that would connect our fuel like tank siphon to the backup generator?
Your
Because like what's
your
the
backup
delivery
generator to theirs. It's literally a can. Shari has lugged a 20 liter canister to the connecting dock, and then Kenneth is much more easily carrying it down the hallway.
The funny part is that Shari is like big. She's 5'10", looks like a Newfoundland dog, and her brawn is like D4.
Actually, saying that, can I get a brawn from both of you? Because failing is good in this game. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So, yeah. I also think, I recall from somewhere, if someone wants to look through the rules about it, you actually start with adversity tokens. I feel like you actually do begin with them, because so many of your things do require them. So it seems odd that you have to earn even one or two before you even can do most of the things. So yeah, a brawn from both of you, please.
I rolled really well on my D4. I rolled a 3.
Ah, that's almost the best you could possibly do, except for the explosions.
Yes.
So my D4 I got a 2, but on the extra D10 I exploded.
Oh, there you go.
So
nice.
I got 13 plus 2, so 15.
15 on a D4.
On a D4, yeah.
Huge.
So Kenneth struggles not at all. However, Shari, I'm going to say it's not enough to carry the first one. It actually takes you 2 goes. You spill half of the first lot, which means, basically you're just not tanky enough to... It's heavy. It's a big, unwieldy tank. So it arrives to Kenneth only half full, which means you will only have half the amount of time. Shari, you will have an adversity token. For failing
question.
that roll.
I believe that Arlette has it on the bridge. Arlette seems very capable of controlling the computer, and that is fine. If we do start with at least one adversity token, I would like to use mine on my thing called Intuitive.
Uh-huh.
I can ask the GM about surroundings, and NPC or the like. The GM must answer honestly. So, while they are preparing for the thing, I will use my significant experience of living on the ship to try and scour any hidey places for any survivors.
Ooh.
Anyone else? Because we know that people left, but is there anyone or anything alive that is still on board besides us?
I love that.
And a ship that's designed to transport goods is definitely probably going to have a smuggling hold.
If I find something cool on the way, that's cool. But Gadunk is not very materialistically motivated. He just wants to make sure that no one is hidden, scared, and we leave them behind. You know.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Just trying to find. I think you can still do that. It's I'm trying to find anything about pressure gauges and adversity tokens. I'll allow you to do it. I'll let us say you all start with one. It seems weird not to.
It seems very fair.
Yeah, we'd have to fail something purposefully.
Yeah. Find something meaningless to fail the first few times, and then it's I'm gonna just go and lift some weights to impress some people. I'll be back. It's oh no, I rolled a 1. Oh well. You're right. So Gadunk's used his, but yes. So what is your question to the DM that I must answer honestly?
So I'm scouring the ship for hidey places where someone or something, so alive creatures besides us. Because we don't know if everyone left, and we saw some of the vents were open. So I'm just making sure that there's no stragglers behind.
The vents would be the place you'd go. Definitely the place Gadunk would go. There might well be smuggling compartments. It is a cargo ship. Kenneth would have relayed that he'd looked in the tool shop but hadn't done a thorough search of it. Arlette did not do a thorough search of either the medical bay or the galley.
Look, one was covered in cereal and the other was covered in blood.
Yeah. Valid reasons to not do that. But so there are places that you haven't actually done a visual inspection of inside, or only done a very cursory one. Other than that, the air vents.
So you asked me to choose one of those.
I'm telling you, so you're asking me where I would find them.
I don't know. Just the ability is very vague in its description. You asked about your surroundings, an NPC or the like, and the GM must answer honestly. So I don't know how much I can ask you.
Well,
without, give me all the information.
I'm giving you where you would find hiding places, and what hiding places they would be. In the main crew area, cupboards under bunks. A lot of this you haven't done a thorough search. The air vents, definitely. If you were going to have from your pirate experience, if you were going to put a cargo, a sneaky compartment, you would say from the outlay of this ship, the layout rather of this ship, actually under the main computer core would probably be the best place for it. There is a large.
There.
You're pretty close to it.
Okay.
But you'd have to sort of burrow through the ship itself.
Oh no.
Whatever. What shall I do?
In terms of like bulkheads and pressure vessels and so forth, because you are in a ship that's designed to be airtight, probably the best way to get to that space would either be the corridor leading to the bridge or the galley. There's probably some empty holes in or around engineering, and the cupboards in the tool shed. You might well find some people you could find people in there. I'm just sort of listing places that are large enough to contain a person. The hangar, but that's open to space.
Yeah. I think the first place I will check, and this is probably the team was kind of rushing around, and Gadunk's kind of hearing kind of goes quiet because as I'm running around looking for people who might need help, I will probably stop by the medbay.
Yep.
And seeing blood there, I probably have flashes of my own operation.
Yeah.
And I want to open it. I want to make sure that there's no one there like I was there.
Yep. Inside you find a body. An Hesperian. You probably don't know. You probably know quite a few. I imagine there's Vather is a hotspot for them, so you would know several. And particularly Arlette, who you like. This one is quite a bit older, you would guess. She is and female. There it is. There is large oily slicks on the floor, a couple of them. On closer inspection, this is actually oil. You would guess sort of lubricant. But it leaks out as if like blood.
From her?
No. Sorry, not from her. Her wounds are... I would need a brain check for anything beyond what I've described of it.
And the oil is leaking from whence, you said?
Well, let's have a brain check.
Just on the floor? Okay. D12. Almost dropped it. Oh yeah. A 7.
A 7. Hard to say the cause of death. She is definitely not the source of the oil. You would guess she was not treated here. Indeed, you would guess she wasn't treated at all. This Hesperian has not received medical treatment. She is dead and has been for at least 5 days.
5 days. And I was next to Arlette when we looked at the logs on who left at what time. How long ago did the team leave?
The crew left about a day ago.
So she was here without medical attention for 4 days before they had to leave.
She died about 4 days before they left. She did not receive any medical attention. The wound in her chest wouldn't necessarily have killed her instantly, but would have been pretty rapidly fatal. You would say somebody doesn't take a damage like that and survive for more than 30 seconds. It's a significant chest wound with a large cavity.
What is she wearing?
Arlette, how much clothing do Hesperians wear?
Assuming we're in a temperature-controlled environment, they'll probably just wear like a simple kind of one-piece garment. Yeah.
She is wearing sturdy boots.
So,
And I don't know if Hesperians normally wear shoes because they use their feet as hands.
Basically, we'd only wear shoes if we had to.
Yeah.
So if she's on a spaceship, she's not wearing shoes. It's
She's
a
wearing
controlled
sturdy
environment.
boots and relatively rugged clothing, far more rugged than the Hesperians you know would wear. The Hesperians tend to favor quite light, flowy, fancy attire. This one is very practical, very workmanlike. She's not old, she's just older. I want to be clear. She's not an octogenarian.
I see.
Boots and dungarees.
Dungarees. Okay, so nothing to like denote her standing on the ship.
If anything, you wouldn't say this is ship clothing.
Yeah, it looks a little too rugged. Maybe a pirate? Does it look like a pirate?
From your experience, I mean, you wear dungarees, so yes.
Yes!
Let us say yes.
Yes! Fellow dungaree pirate! Well, I'm not gonna tell the guys about this just yet because they're busy saving the ship. What I will do is I'm gonna lean into my growth trait. I'm gonna lick the oil a little bit and try to follow it to the source.
Ooh. Yeah. The oil, I need another brains check for this. And I will
Oh, God.
I will give a D4 bonus with your gross.
Yippee! Okay. Plus. Okay, so 8 plus 2, that's a 10 altogether.
10. Yeah, I'll say that's enough. I would say, actually, that was the number I was thinking of.
Nice.
This is, I'm going to say you know someone who uses this. There are multiple species in the galaxy who are either partially or completely mechanical. You're one of them.
Cyborgs.
This is, you would guess, a Calcian. Calcians are cyborg race. They're androids, resurrected humanoids in robotic form. And they use this fluid, which you've used sometimes to oil up some of the bits on you as well, as blood, essentially. And yeah, it looks like one of them was probably injured in here, came in here to seek medical attention, received it because the blood stopped flowing, and then presumably left. There's definitely not here now. Looking around, I described it before, but it wasn't relating to you at the time. There is also a very clear space in the, there is stuff everywhere. It's like someone took the entire ship and went, and unless someone has actually tidied up, it's still like that. So this whole room is... Nope. I'm just going to be blurry for a while. This whole room is disturbed, but there is a very clear trail through it, leading from the bed, that something is moved through, and sort of like a broom, but 2 feet wide. just shuffled just sort of swept everything up.
Like a little Roomba, like a little humanoid Roomba.
Yeah, but 2 foot
From
wide.
from the bed that is not the Asperian.
No. Sorry, on the bed is the Asperian. Yes. Like Arlette.
Okay. So that happened after the ship got fucked up. Okay. Is there did the broom pass through the oil? Can I follow the trail?
No. Well, sorry, yes. Actually, one edge of it... Sorry, no. As in, the broom did pass through the oil and left no trail.
What?
It just sort of cut there's a big sort of splodge of oil, and it just perfectly cut one side, so there's almost a lovely, neat line right alongside it.
Interesting.
I would say more like a mop.
Me stupid. Me don't know. I'm just gonna, I guess... What is next to the medical bay? Can I go through the galley from here? Where can I go?
It's across the hallway. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then I'll just be there while the guys do their thing.
Alrighty, I was going to cut back to Arlette. So, Arlette, what were you doing while the others were restocking? You were looking up for instructions on how to operate the thing?
Yeah, also, Arlette's had a thought that space may not be a good conductor, but if we can get the generator going long enough to cool the fuel back down, and then basically...
Fuck off.
Well, not fuck off, but if we basically remove the atmosphere from the ship, exposing the fuel to the cold vacuum of space, that might give us more time.
The fuel is in individual pods, mounted on the very spine of the ship itself, externally.
Right. So technically they're already exposed to the cold vacuum.
The pods are refrigerated. They have a refrigeration unit inside them that are powered by the ship, but the vast majority of the surface area of the pod is touch and space. It's being as much of a radiator as it can be already. It's already designed to do exactly what you're suggesting because it's a really good idea.
Although, if we did breach the ship, we could send it off in a direction, using the atmosphere as
thrust.
As thrust.
Yeah, if you can breach them in a meaningful way, and without exploding the helium-3, which is deeply, deeply radioactive, and and highly unstable. Yes, if you could do that.
So my plan to gently make a hole is actually smart.
Yes, with the laser cannons, I think was it was the key issue, or a welding torch, or any of these options. Kenneth and Shari, between you working together, you managed to refuel the emergency generator. Slam your hand down on it, Kenneth, to kickstart the thing back up again, and this time it goes, and the lights on the ship flicker back on. Arlette, a lot of the other consoles on the bridge flicker to life, and the slightly tense music that has been playing returns to systems functional. A screen on Kenneth, there is a little fuel gauge on this thing. It reads 1/4 full.
Kenneth's going, hey, Backstreet's back. All right.
Like you literally hear Arlette through the comms going, all right.
I'm giving you an adversity token for that one.
Yes. Amazing. Cool. So,
since Arlette's still on the control, can she see how long a quarter tank of fuel gets the backup generator?
Well, a full tank got them 5 days.
Okay, so we've got a day.
Not bad.
And a bit. Day and a bit.
Yeah. How close are we to the pleasure planet?
For you, it's only about 6 hours.
Has powering kind of partially powering back up the command center, do we have any more communication options other than the emergency beacon now?
Well, you always
have
had
the emergency beacon.
all of your ships stuff. This ship, potentially. Let's have a brains check for it. I actually think we might have a little bracelet at this point, actually, everybody. I thought I was going to do that, and then questions started being asked. Actually, no, it was John making a funny pun. It distracted me. So, yeah, Karen got a 10 on the brains check. I will figure out what that means, and we will come back in 5 to 10. Chat, I hope you've been enjoying this evening. We have a giveaway going. Type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win. We have 2 beautiful items in there. We've got a $10 Troll Lord Games voucher, and we have Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition over on Steam, which is a pretty decent or a decent RPG set in the Forgotten Realms, I think Icewind Dale is. So yeah, that'll be those some good fun things. So type ticket in chat, and we will be back 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
And ahoy, mateys! Welcome back to Teens in Space. Space. It's, for those who don't know it, it's a Pigs in Space reference. It's a Muppets reference. Hey, Muppet, nice to see you, mate. Congratulations on the purchase of your ticket. So the RPG door prize for this evening is 2 items. We have a Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition Steam key for Steam, and a TTRPG, a Troll Lord Games, TLG, that's the one. There's a lot of different acronyms. Troll Lord Games voucher for their online store. So, yeah, pretty neat little set of prizes for this evening, so I hope you win that there. Quad is also in the running for it, so is Tony and John as well. Players are welcome to enter if they fancy. Guys, we have the crew are on the damaged but now not about to explode cargo hauler, the Vesper, whilst on their spring break. Which, for those who don't know what Levers is, it's basically spring break, just with more drinking. Because it's
Is that possible?
Almost legal.
Comparable amounts of drinking?
Comparable amounts of drinking. Yeah, they're doing spring break different. In space, no one can hear you drink.
Spring.
Or break. Yeah, Arlette has just asked a valid question. Now that the power is on a little bit more, the guys have repaired or at least refueled the Vesper's emergency power generator, allowing the ship to re-engage the cooling on its volatile chemicals cargo. 80,000 tons of helium-3, which is used as a starship fuel and is extremely volatile, particularly when it gets hot, which it's been doing slowly because it's radioactively decaying. Actually, the primary plot of I've played the Alien RPG system, and that was, I borrowed that from this from that. I was just like, that's cool as heck, stealing that, nice idea. But a different thing happened. So yeah, Arlette, the power is now on to it's like, this is emergency backup power, but the whole point of the emergency backup power is to power the emergency systems, including, one would assume, a decent high-powered radio. You discover, however, that the radio has been shorted out. Whatever shorted out a lot of the systems on the ship, including the main computer, also shorted out the emergency transponder. All it left you with was the only emergency transmission device is the thing Kenneth put his fist through.
Uh-oh.
There is a main comms array which is shorted out. The emergency transponder, which is what was sending out the distress call, is currently fist broken.
Oopsie.
No.
Arlette's gonna kind of try and take all this in and then be like, can I talk to the ship from here?
To Parole
To Parole.
and Shari, yes.
Parole?
Yes, dear.
Who would be the appropriate
Actually,
authority?
he would call you, yes, child. Which he knows your father calls you, and his voice is that of your dad.
That's not weird at all. Parole, who would be the appropriate authority to notify about a ship in a certain amount of danger of exploding in the next 24 to 48 hours?
The owners.
Right. And
Also-
Arlette goes back into the computer with 3 hands to try and find the overarching or owner authority.
Were it
and
in a
contact
major, he says, were it in a major space lane, the nearest planetary authority, but it's not. That explosion would be a danger to anybody nearby, but there is nobody nearby.
Parole, how expensive is helium-3?
Very. That cargo, I don't know the exact exchange rate right now, but that cargo is to the tune of, you buy a whole new ship. The cargo is
Really?
comfortably worth more than the vessel towing it.
So if we salvage this ship, it'd be worth a lot of money.
Space law, 10% of the value of the ship goes to you.
Could we tow it to Hypaxia?
Hypaxia. You could certainly try.
Guys, I've had an idea.
We could fund spring break for everyone.
There's no appropriate authority to turn the ship over to, but if we tow it to Hypaxia, we get salvage rights, which buys a lot of cocktails.
The
have a
owners
better
would be
idea.
obliged to pay you. Yeah?
I have a better idea, which is that we steal as much of the fuel as we can, we blow the ship up so it looks like it actually destroyed, and then we make off with all of the helium-3 instead of 10% of it.
Ooh, good idea. That's exactly what my dad did before he went to jail.
That's a good point.
How to do it? Yeah.
It doesn't
I
matter
love-
how much money you
Do
have
you
in jail.
guys
I'm
remember
gonna
how this-
highlight that as my favorite Daria moment right now. At once having her character agree strongly whilst also having Daria disagree strongly.
Guys, I don't want to be that person, but my
That's
dad was
against the
pretty
law.
clear about the ship no longer being used for crimes. That's what the
Smuggling,
whole
no
two-
less.
That's
not a crime
That's
if-
what the whole 2 to 15 thing was about. It's like no more crimes.
That's the point of blowing up the ship, is that it no longer belongs to a ship, so it's not a crime, right?
If you want, if you want a better reason to not do this, Parole would quietly message you, would specifically send to your comms unit only, say, 2 to 15 can haul no more than 10% of the total cargo.
There's also the tiny problem that 2 to 15 is not a very big ship, and those are some very big cans of
Yeah, that's true. Anyway,
Like,
it was just a
honestly,
thought.
only the laws of physics will permit us to actually move this thing in the first place.
Fucking physics. Every time.
If that was gravity, we'd be screwed.
Alright, well then I guess the easiest way to do this would be to tow it to Hypaxia. I've had a wonderful idea. Wait. No. Yeah, I think Arlette's idea is great.
Cool. Shari, do you have anything to add? Fucking physics. Don't mind if I do. Don't fuck physics. Rishi, we have a giveaway going. Type ! ticket to go in the chat to win.
Well, if you're gonna make a decision, we should probably make one soon. If we're
Yeah.
gonna tow this thing, and we have about a day to tow this thing, we should probably get going now. Also, don't want to alarm people, but I've been juggling the power input of this thing for a while now, and I'm not too sure about how much more power 2 to 15 can handle without shorting out.
That's
Okay,
a very valid point.
Then we must proceed with all haste. Pro.
Another thing to say to you guys. How should I put it?
the Esperion on the rocks in the med bay.
Oh,
Without
yes.
the rocks.
The corpse?
Actively decaying, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Gdank, I'm going to say you were in there when the emergency power came back on, and
Okay.
a force field appeared around the Esperion when the emergency power came back on. A preservation field.
Whoa! Oh, okay. In the capsule for the med bay operation tables.
Yeah.
Okay. Scratch that. There's a loose broom on the ship. I'm gonna go into the galley.
You go into the
Broomba.
galley. A
What?
Broomba. Did you say a Broomba?
Broomba.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a D4 for Ardanna. That's very good.
Nice.
I've been playing way too much crime scene cleaner, and there's a I'm one of them.
Excellent. Cool. So, towing the ship to Hypaxia will take you. It will. You will not win the race.
That's fine.
We're getting 10% of the value of incredibly valued cargo.
And
Yeah,
we
I'm just saying.
saved a ship from exploding. I think that's kind of cooler.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they can
absolutely.
suck
We
it.
can just go,
a little bit.
hang by the pool near those assholes and just make it rain on each
You
other.
can
with all the
probably
money.
just buy a new place to have them build a new dock
Yeah.
for you to dock
Oh my
at.
god, we could buy the resort and kick them out.
All of these things.
we
Definitely
could just
not
park
that. But
the almost exploding ship next to theirs.
can I have a small amount of helium-3? Just enough that it explodes in about 12 hours. Just large enough to blow up a small ship.
Yeah. I think
Hey, what's
definitely Kenneth will be right on board with getting going as quickly as we can and getting all of this moving. But as we are doing the thing and he's trudging backwards and forwards, I think he's going to wonder out loud into the comms. Does Hypaxia have the resources to deal with this, or are we just going to be towing this to a pleasure planet and have it explode?
Oh,
Well, theoretically, that'd have more fuel for the generators.
at the very
Yes.
least.
Okay, right, cool.
It's a pleasure planet, but it's still a major inhabited world. It's not. It wouldn't have the ability to refine it, but it would still most major starships do require. It's actually helium-3 would be used mainly for planetary authorities for fuel. So it would actually probably use it.
Cool, we're not going to end up like terrorists. No.
It's a good thought. No, is the answer. Yeah, and Parole would
Just
be able
come
to
in
tell you
mashing the
that, yeah.
comms going, danger, danger!
Bye, everyone.
Parole says, oh no, I'm not. Parole didn't. Arlette, the escape pod was heading to Hypaxia.
Oh, so we may be able to find the crew when we get there as well.
Here's the thing about that.
Are we going to go past them?
Here's the thing about that. If the crew are on board, it's not salvage.
We must kill them first.
The crew aren't on board. We haven't found anybody.
No. But if you save them,
We have to detain them on our ship, and they haven't technically made it back to theirs.
Well, I would argue that our priority needs to be getting the main ship to port before it can explode, and any subsequent trips to rescue, God, what are they called? Escape pods? Is really a secondary thing. So really we should get the distressed ship to safety and then go get the escape pod. I don't think we should stop and pick them up. I think it would just be a dangerous delay in an already high-risk scenario with a lot of moving parts and a potentially catastrophic outcome.
Also, we have a cloaking field, so we could just go invisible as we go past them, and their own ship overtakes them somehow.
so they can
fucked
see
up.
their own ship,
Fucked up.
but not you.
Being towed by nothing.
So,
Wait a second.
yeah.
Oh god, it's still going to explode soon. It's coming straight for us, Captain.
I think that's kind of great. I kind of love that idea.
amazing.
How far from the school are we?
Oh, about as far away as you can get on the like you're only traveling further away. Do you want to blow it up?
No, I was thinking if we turn and head back to that port, there would be no chance for the crew to get back to the ship before we turn it into the authorities.
But then no cocktails.
Also, the crew wouldn't. Actually, I'm not going to say one thing. I don't need to. I'm not there.
I mean, sure.
But Arlette does make a good point. You are much of a muchness. Probably a little closer to Hypaxia.
Well, if we're closer to Hypaxia, we're heading to Hypaxia.
That's
I
why
like
the crew are
idea.
going there. Hey, Tank. Thanks for the resub, mate.
I
think-
like the, yes. Let's cloak and just... We can't cloak for that long.
No,
Although
but just
that
as we're
might-
passing.
Well, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Parole would say, well, you might be able to extend the range of the cloaking by decreasing its ability. Like, we've got an advanced cloak on this. If you crank it down to just... if you spread the field out, it decreases its effectiveness. But they're on an escape shuttle. It's not exactly a high-powered instrument. It's got life support and maybe a bed. Like, there'll be... It's hypersleep chambers and a small cabin.
So we could technically be invisible as
It
soon
depends
as
how
we
close
notice
we
them.
moor to that. Like, it depends how you do things. If you're towing it from a safe distance, well, there isn't a safe distance.
No.
So this is my question to you guys. How do you do this? How do you approach this? Gadunk is searching the rest of the ship. Mightn't be the worst idea. You have a day. It'll take you, I would say, depending on how well you do it, between 3 and 4 times longer to get to Hypaxia than it would take you normally with the extra mass. So you would definitely get there within a day. It would be borderline whether or not you get there with much time to spare is the trick. Yeah. How do you do this?
Well,
And once you get underway, you have plenty of time to search the ship. It's worthy to know.
I would assume that any ship would have kind of points where you could connect kind of tow lines,
Yes.
because any ship's going to
Yeah.
need maintenance.
Yeah.
at some
Bull bar.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a bull bar, right?
Yeah.
All ships do. Yeah. In
so
case of
Arlette
space
would kind of-
kangaroos.
Yeah,
Giant
Arlette would,
miniature
like-
space kangaroos.
Like if they're like landing gears and they have to pop out, Arlette would like find them on the computer and be like, okay, deploy hooky things.
You deploy the hooky things. It doesn't require a check.
I think
I
as
can make it
well,
require a check if you like, in case you might fail it. But I doubt it.
Kenneth is going to point out that they had a spare sail tack, and maybe we can add the Vesper's sails to ours to speed things up a little bit.
If you manage to get it under, like even only a couple of sails deployed, you would it wouldn't need its backup generator anymore because it can run off its own power, which would mean
Nice.
instantly you're in no danger to anybody, and yeah, that would radically increase the speed at which you're getting there because it would actually be operating partially under its own steam. If you then towed it, yeah, you could absolutely get it going quite fast.
As soon as Kenneth thinks of this, he goes, wait a minute. Do we know how to stop this ship? We know how to stop our ship. Let's not turn this ship on until we know how to stop it.
I don't think I've ever flown a thing like this before.
Well, if
we're
you're
not-
towing it,
We're towing it. We're not flying.
Well, I know, but you might still need someone on the controls to hit the brakes.
Yeah.
yeah, it's more a matter of applying thrust in an opposite direction, which your ship can do. And Shari would know
Okay.
that because she can fly. She knows how these things work. So yeah, it's
I could probably figure out how to make it not crash into Hypaxia.
Yes,
Nice
that was-
It's akin to reversing a trailer if you've never done it before, but you can do it. Like it's not easy,
Yeah.
but you can.
It's basically why you still have a driver in a car you're towing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we
and-
can. Yeah. So that's a viable plan then. We
Yeah.
can deploy these sails. We're not going to crash into hypaxia. That's good.
Yeah. So I suppose it would be. I'm going to make this a group check. Each of you has a role to play in it. Shari would be remaining on board the 2 to 15 to pilot it. So Shari's will probably be a piloting check, unless Shari has a different idea. I could hear arguments that don't forget that if a different idea may have a lower DC. So even if it's a less good dice, it might actually still be better to try it. So I'm open to flight, but if you have a better idea or a different idea or something interesting you would like to try, that for certain. This is specifically to hook the ships up to make them as useful and functional as they can be for travel. I would say, Parole would say, the thing you want to do more than anything else is get moving.
Yes.
Getting underway, you can always figure out ways to speed us up when we're moving, but actually beginning the movement is the most important thing.
Cool. Arlette will be, communicating with Parole about where the connection points are.
Okay, yeah.
And if there's like a setting she has to engage on this ship, so it doesn't panic when it starts getting towed. If a ship can panic.
I would say a brains check to do a check of the ship because this thing is not fantastically structurally sound.
Oh yeah, the steel plate I found.
So clearly something fairly major happened to it. Happened specifically to its sails. I would say, Kenneth, you've been able to determine that from engineering. Something applied a huge amount of force rapidly to the sails. Something that presumably simultaneously also blew out all of the power systems.
If only we had a watch we could take to that thing that showed us what happened. I love how none of you have played the Return of the Obra Dinn.
No, yeah, sorry.
Oh, that. Yeah.
I was like, I think I know that reference, but I've never played it. No.
In the Return of the Obra Dinn, you have
It is
a clock that's called a memento mori. You hold it up to a dead body, and it shows how it died.
Yeah, and you have to place together
Yeah.
What
details
happened,
of people's lives from, this is this person, and this is what they do. Yeah, Yahtzee Croshaw raves about it.
It is a very
I
fun
found
game.
it mostly frustrating, but yeah.
I think, seeing as I have the power armor, Kenneth is probably the one outside the spaceships.
Doing the actual physical connecting. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be Brawn, I think.
Oh, good. Oh, no, I'm on my power armor, so that's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah. And also, you have 0G acrobatic thing.
Yes. I have to spend 1 AT to just pass something in 0G, I think.
If you wanted to, you could. I would also state for the record, these are planned actions.
Okay.
So
I
you
can
can take the average if you want. Half rounded up. Arlette is a brains. Kenneth is a brawn, but he's wearing his power armor and he is in space, which is his somewhat natural environment. Shari, are we thinking flight?
I am thinking flight, and I don't think it applies the escape routes thing, because we're not trying to really escape, we're trying to get going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking flight.
Okay.
Just basically trying to check how to balance this, like, getting both engines going at the same time, basically.
Right. Yeah. As in yours and the Vespers.
Like starting ours, making sure that the Vespers are not going in weird directions to slow it down.
Yep.
And then as soon as we are in motion, get the other engine rolling as well.
Yeah. Yep, cool. What is Gadunk doing?
I mean, I think Gadunk should probably just be stationed on the side, like in the towboat ship where the things get attached, so he can monitor if anything detaches or goes wrong. So basically, I will try to use my brains to monitor the situation from inside, because the ship has been through a lot. I want to make sure that nothing gets overcharged it had with the computers.
Where would you be? Sorry, in engineering or on the bridge?
I think engineering. I don't think Gadunk knows about computers very much.
Sure, yeah. So it's more sort of mechanical repair, absolutely not computer repair. Yeah,
Yep.
Cool. I'd say so. Alrighty. Well then, let's have some rolls, please. Unless you want to take the average.
I got a 7 + 1, so 8.
8 for brains, yeah.
Do I have anything I can add?
Oh, am I also doing brains, or am I doing something else?
I think it would be brains, yeah, for you. Yeah.
Brains, okay. Mm-hmm.
So far, the thing I've... Oh, sorry, keep going.
I'm going to use my inspiration, my advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I rolled pretty well.
I'm gonna spend an 80 to re-roll that one. Because that was a little bit shit.
I got an 8 on my D10 and a 4 on the D4. So
Which
it explodes.
Nice.
But the best thing about rolling 2 dice for any check in this game is that you have twice the chance to explode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I rolled a total of 9.
9, fantastic. 8, 9.
14.
14 from John.
7.
And a
7
7.
for me.
8, 9, 7. So 15, 24, and 14, 38. 38. Is definitely a success. I'm not going to say it's a resounding success. But you definitely get the ships moving. There is a clunk. You can feel, Shari's more worried. Shari's concerns about overpower are actually very, very valid. Kenneth, I need a flight check from you, because Shari's roll was not spectacular, and the ship has a fuck ton of excess power that it is really trying to deal with, some of which may inadvertently vent along the hull.
Oh, good.
So a flight check from Kenneth, please, to come out of that all right. Is your flight currently nothing because you are in a power armor suit?
I am in a power armor suit, otherwise it'd be my D10. But I do get a +1, so really it's a 1 + 1, which is 2.
Yeah.
But that's all right, because I rolled a 3, so it wasn't much better.
Okay, well, I'm going to say it's the 4 then. Kenneth, your power armored suit completely shorts out.
Oh, crap.
You make the connection, and as you make the connection, the excess charge from Shari's from the ship uses you as the cable essentially, and flows into the Vespa. The suit is insulated, so you are fine, but the suit itself is a hunk of useless floating metal, currently grasping both ships. So you're not going anywhere. Great. Your comms are dead, because so no one notices. Initially, help someone. Well, you can't move. You're in powered armor that is no longer powered.
Can't even my way
I would
inside
say that
because
it's
too
not
close.
locked up. It would be a bronze check to move.
I think this is good because we want the connections to remain, right?
Oh, the connection is solid anyway. You sealed it, clunk, and then boof. So you're holding the thing that went boof, but it's still very much connected. You're
Okay.
like, great. You aren't the connection, but you are at the point of the connection, and that's the problem.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Give me a brawn check without the power armor.
Yeah, that makes sense. What? My character sheet did the same thing that Darius
no.
did, and
As I recall,
so
it's a D4, isn't it?
It is. No, that's all fine, but the improvements that I picked, which I'm desperately trying to hope. I don't think any of them would have helped in this situation.
I don't think so. You're in 0G, but you're not currently able to take advantage of the fact.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, well, here we go.
To help rebuild it, I recommend watching last week's episode.
Yes. I got a 2 on my D4.
Excellent. You are completely immobile.
Great.
And you can have a token, an adversity token, because you
cool.
failed. Could have been William, could have been Siri, I don't know who, but oh god, all right, okay, Rupert, you're off the hook. I did give them cheese today.
Well,
there's your mistake. Never give them cheese.
I cut the rind off a piece of cheese that had not been hadn't been in a box refrigerated, and gave them that because they looked so plaintively at me. Initially, Kenneth, Arlette, you would notice that a slight, at the exact moment of docking, a slight power surge goes through. In fact, it would be Gadunk that notices, not Arlette, because several of the dials that are still functional in the engine room have a brief flicker of life. The engine room receives enough power to operate for 30 seconds, Gadunk.
Oh shit.
Stuff comes back online. You're like, oh, hey, I didn't know we were connecting power up.
Do I have enough time to help in any way? Do I have enough time to like?
I would say you're not even aware necessarily that this has happened to Kenneth. The engineering systems, however, come back online briefly, and which accelerates the cooling process, which is good.
Nice.
The air, also the life support comes back on, and internal sensors come back on as well.
Nice.
If that is something that might be useful to you.
Definitely, yeah, because I wanted to check like any presences on the ship. So do I get a ping of anything?
Yes. Sorry. As in, you can use them. Do you get a ping? You need a check.
Yes.
You can. A brains check for me, please.
God, if I knew
Seems
I was
like-
rolling so much brains.
You keep trying to do smart boy stuff.
Yes, but I did roll a 9, so that's something. I guess maybe.
Cool. A 9. You do not. The internal sensors only detect. Ship sensors total, let us put it that way, only detect 2 sources of movement on board or on the ship. You and Arlette.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The sensors do, however, sense the hull.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so, I suppose my point is, you would notice Kenneth isn't registering.
Well, Kenneth is outside.
But this is my point. He is attached to the hull. He's operating on the hull. You would expect to notice his beacon as well.
Mm-hmm. So the hull is like not in the beacon system.
The ship sensors do extend to its hull, and outside of it as well. I should come to think of it. So you would sense the other ship your ship, you would you wouldn't know where Shari is, but it would detect a life sign aboard. It's a cargo vessel. Its sensors aren't brilliant, but it doesn't detect Kenneth. Is the point? Kenneth is not registering on sensors, and he should.
Okay. Oh yeah, because he's in metal. Because he's covered in metal, and that broom person that I assume is on the ship is probably not registering. Actually, I do remember something. Kenneth, are you dying?
You do not get a response. So either
Can
he's
I
totally
let
fine,
you
or he is in
conversation?
fact dead.
That's what I do.
Gidunk
Can I
panics.
hear this conversation?
You can. It's very one-sided.
Well, not so much conversation. Good in this moment. Would the ship have like external cameras that I could?
Yeah.
Or would?
Sure. And you've
or
got a
can I just
certain
look
power
out
that you
the
can use them.
windscreen?
It would actually be front-mounted, so you can, if you happen to look out the windscreen, you can see Kenneth. He's attached.
Bunk.
Gdank, the good news is that he's still attached to the front of the ship.
The bad news is that he's still attached to the front of the ship.
Yeah. It holds Gdank's panicked tears for a second, and yeah, I'll see if I can help in any way, because he's just there hanging out.
So the way out would have been through the hangar, probably. I imagine that's how Kenneth got out in the first place. Kenneth and Gdank can both make
Oh, hi.
brains checks. Gdank with disadvantage.
Fuck.
I don't know if that's actually
How
a
much
thing in this game, but I'm calling it. Or no, I tell you what, Gdank, you can make it. It's just harder. I think that's probably what it
Okay,
would be.
well,
Yeah.
I did roll a 3, so I don't know.
Great. Gdank did not
Yeah.
notice. Totally fair. You get an adversity token for failing a check.
Yeah, I'm too panicked. I'm too crying to.
No cheese for you guys
notice.
ever again.
Damn, are they farting up the place?
So I know it's William now because Siri gets cheese on the regular and doesn't have a gas problem. How did Kenneth do?
I'm going to use my advantage
Oh, okay.
that I got for the terrible
reroll.
vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's much better. I went from a 6 to a 10.
A 10. Kenneth, when you were going through the hangar, you noticed a spare suit of power armor. In a sort of a bay at the end of the hangar, there is it's in hazard like Tonka yellow. With black hazard stripes on it and a little like emergency light mounted on the head. But it is, there is a large suit of power armor in there. Probably suitable for the big three of you. Gdank would not be able to wear it, but any of the other three could. It doesn't do Kenneth any good now. No. And your suit is definitely repairable. It's just not currently functioning.
How long is he gonna have air to breathe?
5 minutes.
So we can't just leave him on the hull until we get to Hyperion.
Nope.
No.
Well, I'm in
You
my
totally
little
can
suit.
do that.
Yeah, then he'll be dead. And my dad will be so mad at me. You have no fucking idea.
I have my little suit to go
You do.
outside.
You're wearing a suit.
Can I go and check on him and like mourn
Yeah.
his body and like leave a little flower on his chest? or
You
something?
absolutely can. You can. Basically,
Well,
I
he's
assumed
still alive,
you were
his
going
eyes
to
just,
do that.
like-
You just didn't notice the thing on the way through. You do. You get there and determine rapidly that Kenneth is A, still alive, B, frantically trying to bludgeon his own way out of his... For some reason, he's trying to break the faceplate on the power armor, because that's a good idea. But it's the choice he's made, and he's following it.
It's
and you
also the only
quickly
thing I can do.
determine that it would you need to like break him free. Hey, do you want to make a check that isn't brains?
Yes.
Brawn
Yes. I have a
to
welding torch.
you want
Let's
to
just watching this.
so you
from,
want to
like, through the
weld him
windscreen.
to these two things, do you?
Unweld.
Oh, it can cut now, can it? I thought it only stuck things together.
Well, yeah, I'll do what I can to help him. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do.
Oh,
Bad
wow.
news is my brawn is just a D6. I'm a beaver,
Just a
guys.
little
I'm just a
beaver
little
boy.
beaver.
Can I
You can
help?
help. Yes, I was going to say,
Amazing.
Kenneth
Because
can
I've
help.
remembered some of the stuff that I have, and one of them is the loyal crew member, which is when I spend 1 point, they get 2.
Ooh.
Huge.
Okay.
So what does that mean for me?
It's not. This would be a sort of a planned action, so you can. It's definitely not a snap decision. If you take a moment, Gdunk can like figure out how best to do this, and Kenneth is providing the help action with an
Okay.
8. He basically adds 2 to your roll.
Huge. I also
Carry
have
on,
a thing
Maharishi.
called
Thanks for
I
coming.
have a called saboteur. I
Oh,
can spend two AT to decrease any pressure gauge by 1. I don't have 2 AT. And I don't know what
this
a pressure
isn't really a
gauge
pressure.
is.
It's a game mechanic that I haven't read yet.
All right. I just wanted to know that I have saboteur.
It's very good, and I liked it. Thank you for bringing it up. You are a saboteur. You can break this if this was a breaking things situation. It's not. It's just a
Yes.
freeing your friend from a death grip situation.
Okay. So I rolled on my D6. I rolled a 5 plus 2, which is a 7.
7. Yeah. I think Kenneth is also like, and you are very loyal to him. You managed to break his death grip free. He is not capable of independent movement, but you can like tether him to you and take him back inside and free him from his metal prison.
Kenneth is going to, like, instinctively, even though it doesn't work, try and deploy his wings to help him move, and then be like,
Arlette, I'm feeling, has probably gone to the door to the hangar to help, maybe, or assist, or even just fucking watch. And Gdunk, a little space-suited robo-beaver, towing a
So much
suit
towing in this game.
towing a suit
Yeah,
of power
we're
armor
towing everyone around.
with fucking angel wings deployed behind it because they're what's the word? Visible light.
hard light.
Yeah, holograms. That's the one. Thank you. Hologrammatic projections of wings out behind him, so he looks like something from Evangelion, being towed by a beaver. Wearing a child's hat with a spinny bit on the top, which, for flavor, let us say is rotating to help him propel himself.
Yes.
Through the hatch, and I'm going to say Gdunk seals, or Arlette seals the hangar to pressurize it and lets them in safely.
You're alive!
Probably a couple of hours of maintenance and this suit will be usable again. However, it is currently not, and you are now exposed to the atmosphere aboard the Vespa for the first time, Kenneth.
Jesus.
It doesn't smell great in here.
I mean, there's at least one corpse.
Some
Yeah.
Labradors ate some cheese.
But Kenneth, it's the bad smell is basically the only thing that's wrong.
Oh. Cool, I mean,
And now that
it
you've
stinks,
turned,
but...
and now that you've got the power back on, the radiation is down to very safe levels.
That's
Nice.
good.
All the things
You're
that
not
might be
gonna
problematic
die! Woo!
aren't problematic. It's also worthy to note that all of your spacesuits have power and life support for 2 hours. It is at least a 6-hour flight to Hypaxia, so you will have to take them off at some point.
I was just kind of hoping that there'd be some like oxygen tanks somewhere. We could just top them up,
You definitely could.
plug it into charge while still wearing it. You know.
Yeah, but this is the trick. You'd have to go back aboard your ship to do so.
No, if my teenage surrogate dad is dying from this stink, so shall I. I'll uncork and sniff it. Actually, I already did uncork because I licked the oil.
Yeah.
You had to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did do that.
Just takes off the helmet, licks the oil, puts the helmet back on.
Close it up. Nothing happens.
Oh, that's calcium blood. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
learned. Tony tells us a fun fact about beavers. They are tasty. I enjoy munching on a good beaver myself, Tony.
What would a beaver even taste like? Like, what's that comparable to?
Depends on what the beaver's been eating recently.
But you know, you say like, oh, eat a horse. You kind of have a metric of how a horse might taste. But beaver, what the fuck would a beaver
I believe
taste
they're vegetarian. I learned a fun fact about beavers
They love
recently.
wood, that's
They
for
nearly
sure.
went
Beavers
extinct in
love
North
wood.
America for exactly the same reason. They were saved from extinction. Fashion. They were used to make hats, beaver skin hats, and then those went out of fashion, and the beaver survived.
The beaver's just frantically writing letters to the fashion editor going, beaver hats are so last season. Only a total cheat would be seen wearing a beaver hat.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There was also a story from Europe somewhere where a local authority was trying to decide how to dam a river. And they were looking at spending like over €1 million on it. And then a beaver just did it. And they were like, no, this is fine, actually. That's exactly what we wanted. Just kind of left the beaver's work. You can't improve on nature sometimes. Anyway.
I enjoy Quad's comment.
Also-
Chicken. Doesn't everything taste like chicken, including a beaver?
There is
Not beef.
vanilla flavoring comes from an
Yes.
interesting part of the beaver.
Yep.
They have
Yep.
a little glands located right near their genitals,
Of course.
and it tastes like vanilla.
Yes, I knew that. They were made extinct in the UK and got probably for hats, and then got reintroduced this century. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
If you are using a vanilla flavoring that is not
Quite
made
possibly.
from vanilla bean,
Yes.
it is made from beaver
Beaver
gland.
genitals. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
beaver googer. Yeah.
I have a sudden and strong urge to go check my vanilla essence bottle in the fridge
Almost certainly.
as to whether that
We
is
didn't
actual
spend top
vanilla
dollar, so
or fucking beaver vanilla.
A beaver's beaver.
I want.
You know what,
Anyway.
fuck it, I'm gonna go get the vanilla essence.
What this means, among other things, is that Shari, despite lacking a suit, Shari can wear the new power arm that you found, but also if she's prepared to take the same risk as Kenneth and Gadunk already have inadvertently or verdantly, can go aboard the other ship if you want and are no longer constrained to, hi. I'm useful for this thing that I'm doing. You are underway. You are about 6 hours from your destination. You are about 20 hours from your destination. You were 6, and you've managed to get that significantly. Yeah, about 20 hours. You will overtake the crew pod in 2. They are a lot slower, and their sensors are basically non-existent. You currently are not in a situation where you could extend your cloak over both vessels. As you pass them, if you decelerate and position your ship directly over theirs, rather than you're currently end-to-end towing, if you actually sat on top and extended the cloaking shield, the cloaking device, you would be able to cloak past them and then carry on going, using the momentum you're already going at to overtake them. That would add some time, though.
Well,
Or you could just cloak and do the fun thing and have their ship overtake
Yes.
them.
Yes.
It's very tempting.
Yes. We have to do that.
We have to. But also, they're...
It's not Beaver!
Hey!
Take that, Beavers! Sorry, continue. I really needed to know if I'd been accidentally eating beaver,
Beaver.
beaver.
Yeah.
I only like to choose to do it.
If knowingly, it's fine. I just don't want to
As
be
long
tricked
as
into
I
eating.
only want to
Yeah.
eat beaver knowingly.
Consensual informed beaver.
Yes,
From both
informed,
parties.
consensual
Always.
beaver consumption.
Yes. Oh dear. But
No, that is not a euphemism.
Elias.
Sorry,
I think once Kenneth is resettled and maybe has gone for a quick jog around the ship because he's
Yeah.
free now. Kenneth will raise to the rest of the group that we could deploy the Vesper's sails. If we could get them hooked up, we will move considerably faster.
Yeah, you absolutely will. And you,
That is. Sherry's gonna look at everyone's. Is that gonna mean me looking at you guys being in danger again?
You don't have to look.
you can absolutely take part. As I say, there is now a suit of power armor that you could wear.
No one has told Shari this.
That's true. Unless Kenneth made note of it on his way through.
I'm
Like,
sure
verbally.
Kenneth at least put his hand on the other power armor to be like, okay, it's there, it's real, just
Yeah.
in case we need it. So yeah, I'm sure he pointed it out to Shari.
Okay.
I
He's
reckon
like-
he probably would have sent it to Shari specifically because Shari is the only person who doesn't have an extravehicular suit.
Yeah.
And this one would fit her.
Yeah.
I think in that case she would be like, right, well, I'm done sitting around looking at all of you and having a panic attack. It's your turn now.
I've had my panic attack for the day. Dibs not.
Very well. So, if you're wanting to do the rebuilding, Gadunk would probably be useful as well.
Yep.
Kenneth is currently not capable of leaving the ships. I imagine you've hauled your suit back to your ship. Given the way they are currently connected, you are not docked. So actually, Kenneth is obliged to stay aboard the Vesper. As there is no way to safely... I mean, he could get back in the non-functioning power armor and get towed over there. And Gadunk or Arlette would have to take the power armor to Shari, the other power armor. But that would leave Kenneth... I mean, yeah. Just saying, this is Kenneth is on the Vesper and has no real functional way of leaving, unless he got in the power armor that Shari's now.
Oh wait, no, this makes sense. Okay, so Kenneth gets towed back to the Vesper. Kenneth gets out of his broken power armor, gets into the new power armor, picks up the broken power armor, and heads on over to our ship, and then we
And
can
then
all
says-
talk together, and then hand over
It's
the.
like that riddle. You have one boat and two
Yes.
power armors, but the wolf eats one power armor if left alone with it.
Yeah.
And if you
Yes.
don't leave the chicken with the power armor, the wolf will eat the power armor. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Excellent. Great analogy.
I'm just picturing like a pack of salivating wolves creeping up on a mech warrior. It's just chilling, you know. Just like,
Kind of
oh,
a
this
metal
wilderness
scene.
is so pretty. And the wolves like, yes.
You see that as if it's a joke, but there's a new book coming out in about 2 years that has a similar scenario.
Wolfpack versus mech warrior.
It's the mythology
I think
that
that's
has the Mecha Coboldzilla in it.
Oh yes, of course. That's a Guillermo del Toro novel, a film just waiting to happen. Yeah, Kenneth gives Shari power armor. Arlette and Gadunk, do you go back to 2 to 15 with him? So you're all in the same place again? Or
I will stay on Vespa. I will
Okay.
stay on Vespa because I'm hungry. I'm itching to finish exploring and to figure out why did Kenneth not show up on the scanners. Where's the fucking Broomba? Like I wanna check if there's no other issues before we tow this to civilization.
Well,
There's a
Kenneth didn't
very
show up
upset-
on the scanners because they only detect movement, and he wasn't moving.
Well, okay, that's fine.
But if you're looking for the Broomba, you can continue searching.
I shall.
Yeah. Is your... No, I think your brains is what you'd be doing. I'm trying to think of what else it is, because it's brains, brawn, flight, fight, charm, and grit. And I don't think
only
any of the
brains,
others are...
like,
brains
fits
is the only one
there.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where you search... where do you
I
search
can
next?
fight my lack of knowledge. I can fight my ignorance with a D20.
I don't know! Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
I'll try the galley first because that's what's the closest to the med bay.
Okay.
And then I'll just
Yeah, sure.
systematically go through like nooks and crannies.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a D20 for some reason. I'm so stupid. Sorry. I really wanted to fight my ignorance, I guess. Okay, it's a 9.
The galley. This is a successful check. And I need my hand. Siri's got her paw on my hand. It's adorable, but I can't use my hand. The galley
You're
has
gonna
been...
move, Siri?
I didn't move it, don't worry, I used my other hand. The galley has been torn through. Much of the ship's stores have been opened, and it would seem at least most of it has been consumed. What you do notice is that all of the meat is not eaten, but gone.
Oh no.
The distinction being that the packaging is also missing.
Okay.
Whereas everything else, the packaging, a good portion of the packaging is still around, often shredded.
Are there any 2 feet wide gaps? No. But meat with packaging is gone. And you mentioned before that there are cupboards that could be like hidey places. Empty,
Yep.
I assume.
There is nobody or nothing in here. I would say with a 9, you recall the crew evacuated.
Yes. They took
And-
the meat with the packaging with them to eat.
They only took the meat.
No, they were
Everything-
chased off the ship by a carnivorous Roomba.
Yeah, we solved the mystery, guys.
Shit. Okay, well there you go. It's the end of the stream, everyone. Well done.
No, it's obviously a baby dragon.
Oh, gone.
What?
Okay.
That is what you notice there. I'll let Kenneth Shari. Kenneth and Shari are taking some time to change out and then begin repairs on of the sails on the Vespa.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Shari's doing that. I don't know what Kenneth is doing, but Shari's
Kenneth-
gonna.
Yeah, we'll be like repairing his armor, but also coordinating from the 2 to 15. Seeing as he's the captain, he can do some sitting and telling people what to do.
So you would go up to the flight deck, I would say. You'd be in the captain's chair while Shari and Arlette aren't there, unless Arlette has gone back and is sitting in the driver's seat on her ship.
I mean, if it's necessary, I suppose, at this point.
Shari would probably need assistance in repairing the Vespa. If Gdunk
And
and
Alet's
Kenneth
probably
aren't
put it
there.
on autopilot and is assisting.
It's once the sails are set, Kenneth can operate well enough. And now that you're underway, excess power is not a problem. Excess power just means you go faster. Excess power is what you want. So all sails are deployed on the 2 to 15. So Shari and Arlette, I think this is one of you needs to do brains and one of you can do flight. You two, between you, can choose who does which.
I mean, flight's my best.
But it's also Shari's best.
Same.
You both have 20s.
What's your brains?
Yeah. D6.
Well, I better do brains then, because I got a D10 plus 1 on brains.
Yeah.
It is worthy to note, No, I don't think this helps either of you, because I would say Shari is wearing power armor. So her flight is 1.
Yeah. So, yeah, I will
What's her
do the
brains in that?
It doesn't change, but her brawn and fight are improved. Brawn, fight, and grit are improved. You can, I would say you could use brawn instead of flight. Basically, this is either being nimble in space or being strong. It's doing manipulating heavy objects, and you can either do that by being dexterous or by being strong. And then the other part is the technical elements of connecting and being the brainy part of this equation.
Yeah,
Arlette can do dexterity, or she can do brains. Yeah.
What's the brawn again in a heavy suit?
It's your brawn plus a d10.
Okay.
But rolling 2 dice allows you to double the chances of explosions, is the fun thing.
I just realized that, so like, as a captain, my grit is a d20, and in the power armor, I would have added a d10. That would have been insane.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I can do brawn then if Alette wants to do brains or anything else. Because my flight, as you say, is 1 in the armor.
What's your brawn? Be a
My
d10
brawn
plus
is
a d4.
a d4. Yeah.
So max of 14, but you with a double the chance of exploding, and Arlette has either a d20 or a d10 for brain.
My brain is D10 plus 1. Flight is 20.
So Shari can, I would say brawn for Shari, and Arlette does brain would be my call. I think that's more reasonable from both of you. It also makes sense that Shari's doing the heavy lifting in the power armor.
I rolled a 9 on the dice, so that is a 10.
Nice.
Okay, I rolled a 4 on the d10 and a 4 on my d4.
Which explodes.
Hey! Boom, boom.
Nice.
That's
And then
not
a
a
one.
4.
It's not a 4.
Yo!
Another 4.
Does that
12
explode?
and counting. Keep going.
Yep.
That's crazy.
She's
Okay,
picked
that's
up with like
3.
2 fingers and just uses it.
And a 3.
That's a 3, so 15 total.
15 on a
That's
d4
huge.
isn't bad. I love that the power armor wasn't even the thing that does the heavy lifting on that.
Oh, I know.
And Arlette got a 9.
I basically see
rather.
it like she clamps the power armor in there and just then does her thing with her actual stuff, which is none.
This is very much Ripley's power armor from Aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
Except it's got
Just
an actual
locks that in
suit.
place and just
Yeah. Get over here, you bitching thing. And yeah, you unspool out 2 new sheets. Fortunately, the 2 damaged, the 2 spools that could be repaired are the ones that are appropriately arrayed, so they are possible to give locomotion to the ship. Yeah, you succeed. There's not much else to it. You do it, and you do it quite quickly as well. Like, this was a surprisingly effective repair situation. You get it done in under an hour, and your speed rapidly increases. The ship is in no way in danger of exploding anymore. Hell, even if yours did, you'd still be able to get home. Tony, I was talking about eating beavers earlier. I promise explicit English. I don't know how much more explicit you can get. Straight up intimated
lovingly
cunnilingus.
sensually describe your preferred cup of tea. I mean, I've got a sexy voice at the moment. I could give it a shot.
Yeah.
Just not vanilla tea.
This was in reference to Tony put a meme up in the Discord, which it was very funny. Which was like choose your language preference as English, and it's got the English the Union Jack next to it. English traditional, and then American flag English simplified, and then it's got the Australian flag English explicit. And then I wanted to add the New Zealand flag next to it, and it says English in an octave higher. So you guys are probably going to get there. You cut your travel time down to about 16 hours. The ship is now very much under its own power. You are still definitely making it go faster. But yeah, Vespa is now a functioning ship again, and Gadunk, all the power systems come back on. Like everything that could be operating is operating without major repairs. This ship, you can operate it now.
Huge.
As you finish searching the galley, I would say you probably have time to search the galley and one other room.
Okay. So can you remind me which rooms? There's a tool shop that has not.
The
been
tool
searched.
shop hasn't really been looked through yet.
Yeah. What is there anything else?
The engineering has been used but not thoroughly searched. Neither has the main living space for hiding spots, which is what you're looking
If
for.
I was a Broomba, I would be in the tool shop.
If you were a Broomba, absolutely.
Yeah, so I will go search the tool shop.
I know I
And
would.
also, if I find any good tools that I might use, for example, a cutting tool, perhaps.
A cutting torch and a welding torch. You've got a matched pair. Perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
You certainly could. Let's see if there is one. A brains check.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, the tool...
8.
An 8. Okay. I'm going to roll a d12. I'm going to roll a d20. If the number is 8 or below... if the number is 8 or above, there is a cutting torch in this tool shed.
Yes.
The number
So
is
I should have
6.
rolled low. Fuck.
No cutting torch.
But do you add 2? Do you add 2? For my big 2 teeth.
Do you have an AT to apply sabotage to this?
Yes.
Yeah, you find plenty of useful tools. No cutting torch. But
Is there a shitty pair of scissors?
There is a shitty pair of scissors. But not enough to cut metal. This place was organized kind of very, very specifically. You also find a small amount of blood. Of oil blood.
Okay. Oil blood. Yep. So, if the ship was shooketh and everything is in disarray, why the fuck is this room not in disarray? I want to, sniff it out.
Best guess, someone tied it up.
And the blood is not
so
leading
this
to any
place,
comfort?
this place is very well secured. Like, even if the place was shooketh, this place, everything's locked down. Everything's in its
Dangerous
proper
shit.
place. Everything is stored properly. And yeah, so nowhere near as much, you would guess from the way it's stored, nowhere near as much would have gone everywhere. But that, there is still a few things would have, and those things have been put away.
I see. And the blood in any particular spot?
Next to the spool of tack that was being prepared to be used, that Arlette and Shari have utilized. Shari would have
someone
come and
was
gotten it
here.
at some point.
The cyber person, and the blood is not fresh. It's
No,
dried.
it would be, yeah,
Okay.
roughly the same age as the other stuff.
Yes, but
it's oil.
clearly this thing was trying to fix the damage to the sails.
Yes.
The damage to the sails was done during the overcharge of the electricity.
Yes.
We do not know the origin of the overcharge.
No.
Though a cannibalistic Roomba, destroying wiring
Yeah.
might do it.
Yeah, my, but no, the wiring was destroyed by the inner like electricity surge. So we've been to the engine
After
room.
the
We didn't-
cannibal Roomba. Sorry. I'm just gonna add it to the cannibal Roomba.
We've been to the engine room. Where would be like the source of electricity if not the engine room? Like
sails.
where else could I? The sails.
The sails are where you
sails-
gather power.
Yeah, but the half of the sails were cut from their connection to the.
Gadunk, you are. I think you've probably we're tied with Arlette, the smartest person in the crew. You're puzzling on this one. You can make a brains check specifically on this, and if you
Yes.
throw the question to the group, Arlette and anybody else can assist.
I will
As
absolutely.
a planned
Whatever
action.
I find on the ship, I repeat it through my comms
Yeah.
for everyone to know what I'm finding.
At some point, Kenneth goes, "Oh yeah, we probably don't want to tow back something with like
That
someone
has
in
a
it,
habit
right?"
of exploding as well.
Yup. I only rolled a 5, so guys, give me your brains. Lend me your brains.
Oh, I rolled a 9, so 10 again.
Nice.
Gadunk points all this out. I'll let you be aware of spatial phenomena that could cause this. Solar flares,
flares?
for example.
Yeah.
If a huge quantity of solar matter and energy hit the sails simultaneously, it could blow the sails off the ship and also short out the power systems. It's unusual, but you're not on a main space lane.
Are we close to any major suns?
There's just the one. You're in a single stellar system. Yes. Well, moderately close. Everything within a solar system is reasonably close to a sun. You're not in deep space. You're in a solar system.
It's either reasonably close to a sun or in the sun.
There's three stages of
I'm
near.
just thinking,
Yeah.
I don't know enough about like solar flares. Like if a sun flare was here, was it also on the pleasure planet that is pretty close?
So it's a natural. That is a good point. Solar flares are fairly directional, and you'd have to be pretty close to a sun to cop one meaningfully. You are not close enough to do that. However, the sails also do collect energy for movement, and Arlette has noted that you guys are way off course. The ship is not where it thinks it is. It could be that the flare knocked the ship off course.
So it was a lot closer than it currently is.
Blew the sails off, and the crew did not have enough repair materials to fix all four or even two sails to get themselves limping again. So they stayed aboard as long as they could, waiting for rescue. And then when they only had a day of emergency power left, they left. And knowing that it would take them about a day to get to minimum safe distance, which they have now reached, just until you started following them.
They're probably on their scanner going, no! It's following
Why is
us.
it moving? Why hasn't it exploded yet?
Does it bear a grudge? What's going on? The
The
cannibal Roomba, it's taken over the ship.
so that you piece that together pretty much. That sounds like a logical chain of events that match your known data. The only thing that doesn't is the cannibal Roomba.
And the dead
And the dead body.
The dead body that is not
And-
from the
yeah.
ship.
Like, how were things tidied up afterward? Oh no, that'd be fine because the ship got
That's
shaken.
the Roomba.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the Roomba. The engineer might just be anal.
So after the solar flare,
Hey, what
That's
he
people,
does in
yeah.
his spare time is not my problem.
I had to leave that out there for
Quiet.
Daria to play with. Yeah.
company time, I think.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So I suppose the only the question left, you've got the ship running about as well as you can. Do you have anything you would like to do on the way to Hypaxia? Do you want to stop and ask the crew? Do you want to continue searching for the Brumba, the cannibal Brumba? Do you want to investigate the body in the med bay? Do you want to try and find out anything more from the ship's computer now that there is full power back aboard the ship? Other than that,
If I
we
may-
can cut straight to Hypaxia.
If I
Or
may, I would
whatever else
probably
might happen
ask.
that you don't know about.
I would ask Arlette to take a pixie at the corpse. Listen, Arlette, I don't want to assume anything, but they are the same species as you.
Have a look. But medicine is not my speciality.
I'll let...
Oh, I just meant if you know them.
Oh.
You do not. You would guess from their coloring they are of a different clan. You are of the plains, you would say of the mountains. Many of whom live on Aretusa. Which this ship stopped at.
So, a hitchhiker found dead, Cherie. Did you hear that? A hitchhiker found dead.
Well, not everyone is dumb enough to hitch a ride on a ship they don't belong on.
With a cannibal
except for a
Roomba
cruise
aboard.
ship.
Yes.
Except for a cruise ship.
She heard you.
I at least pay my way.
Ah, did ya?
In a way.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'll definitely be scouring for Broomba, but other than that, I'm happy to follow the crew in what's the next step.
Yeah.
Arlette doesn't particularly want to go look at a dead body. It's not really her wheelhouse.
It's, yeah, you already know that you don't know her. You don't know, you maybe know 2 or 3 members of that clan, and you've already seen the body from a distance. You know you don't know her. I mean, Shari and Kenneth can go and have a look. And it's basically, it would be a brains check to see if you can determine cause of death. Gdank already did not succeed, and neither did Arlette. They succeeded in other elements of searching the room or having a look at it.
Kenneth, also has another idea. I assume he's repaired his power armor in time to now he can fly back into it.
So I would say you cloaked your ship as you went past theirs, but didn't cloak theirs. However, this thing is slow as fuck. You overtake it, it cannot catch. And it doesn't look like it actually... It seems like it veers away. Like it doesn't want anything to do with this other ship.
It's like, why are you taking it towards a population center? Are you mad?
Yeah, so it does not interact with you. In fact, it stays well the fuck away. So probably 6 hours of tinkering and work gets Kenneth's power armor back up and running again. Kenneth can go over and have a look if he wants.
Sweet.
Sure. I'll also I think Shari's contribution to this is, I think the hole had something to do with the cause of death.
The hole in the chest, absolutely.
Yeah.
I assume you rolled very
All
poorly.
the blood that's no longer
I
in
haven't
the
rolled
body.
yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna give help to Kenneth. Just probably
Okay,
the hole.
sure. This is a prepared action if you want to take the half. But it doesn't have to be. Determining cause of death, I will tell you, will be quite hard, so I wouldn't recommend just taking the half.
I mean, I might as well give it a roll. What is the benefit that Kenneth is getting from Shari?
Plus
A plus one? Plus one. Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It exploded.
Hey,
There's a 12 on the D12.
nice.
And a 10.
Wow.
So that is a 12 and 11, so that's 23.
Nice. Very nice.
23. Kenneth, this was something large and blunt. Punctured the chest cavity from the outside, blowing in the rib cage. Something at least the size of something at least 6 inches wide.
Okay.
Went into the chest cavity.
So a very small cannibal Roomba.
6 inches. It's a small Roomba.
A pretty average,
pint
Roomba.
size.
You don't know what it's been
Well,
through.
so the trails that the
get better.
Roomba has left, I love that that's what we're calling this, are about 2 feet wide. The damage to the chest cavity only 6 inches. That would seem to be absolutely the cause of death. Other than that, there is loads of cuts and scrapes all over.
So the wideness suggests that the Roomba, as many average Roombas, tapers to the end.
It's
Not
a
a
diamond-shaped Roomba. And
Yeah.
it stabbed it. And
not
then
a
drank
girthy
its
Roomba.
blood.
It's pint size from questionable content.
Yeah. Kenneth, I'm going to say from your massive roll, you notice residue on several of the medical implements in the med bay. A sort of, yeah, a very, not an unpleasant, but a viscous residue on several elements, like tools, instruments, things like that, in the med bay.
Yeah. So Kenneth is definitely going to point this out to everyone else. And I guess, yeah, if he's looking around and describing what he's seeing, then he will describe that as well and say that there's something oily, maybe.
More like a secreted. You know what? No, I was actually with a 23. You know of species that would leave such a residue. One of them is a benthosa. They're not very common, but puddle people.
Oh.
Those bitches. I mean,
Those bitches.
Most of them wear suits, but they don't have to move around. They can extrude a pseudopod to use things. You could, none of you have asked, but you could, I suppose, actually, you know what your AI would suggest? You could always run up a crew manifest.
That would make
Arlette
sense.
looks
yep.
pissed that she didn't think of this.
Oh, that reminds me. So the reason I'm on the Vespa, what's our AI's name? Parole.
Yeah.
Is because, like 2 AI working together can often arrive at a better idea than just one. And look, hey, we're out on spring break. What do you reckon we can do in the next 16 hours that's going to be fun? Can you and the other AI work together and figure out some kind of fun activity for us to do?
Yeah, I love this idea. It's so dumb. So,
Can we make alcohol?
Kenneth, you would have to repair the other AI. The power surge shorted the fucker out. However,
well.
you could certainly try.
I mean, let's do
you
one
can
thing at a
always
time. Like,
try.
yeah, we'll cue that up for next once we've dealt with the mystery of the dead Espinora. Yeah.
So, checking the computer logs, the ship's doctor was a benthosa.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Marcus, I gave him a name.
Pontius.
Marcus O'Reilly III.
Oh.
And you know that these creatures, when moving around without a suit, kind of just inadvertently absorb stuff.
Oh, that's why he slooped up. He's the Roomba. He's the Roomba. He's the fucking Roomba.
Oh.
He was working on the body. He was trying to help the body. He was maybe helping the cyborg thing, and then he had to evacuate, and he left the med bay, leaving an empty Broomba-esque trail behind him on the way out.
Maybe his suit stopped working when the solar flare hit the ship.
Maybe.
Yeah. Actually, Kenneth, with that 23, you also notice in the corner of the medical bay, there is a large urn. Quite a nice ornamental urn. A bucket, in other words.
Oh.
Just a really fancy bucket. Yeah. If you want to roll a brain check to see if you can't repair the AI, to get suggestions on something stupid to do before you on your way back. Shari, what do you do? Shari, what do you like? I haven't heard from Ardanna in a while. What does Shari do with her time? You got 16 hours. Kenneth and possibly Gadunk will be repairing the other ship's AI.
Well, with a newly acquired means of walking around in an unexplored region without immediately dying,
Yeah.
Shari is exploring.
Other ships. You love other ships.
Yes. So she's just looking around and then just not getting out of the power suit and just back to the vessel.
You can just hear that.
Yeah.
It's going around the ship.
Yeah.
And
Shari is
basically
wearing a
any-
garish yellow power suit, wandering
Yes.
around the Vespa.
And any space she can get into without getting out of the suit, she's gonna get into and
Yeah,
just
sure.
poke around.
To what end? Is she
Just
looking for loot or
exploring.
just exploring?
Just exploring. She's never seen a ship like this. And it's like, I have 16 hours to map this thing.
Yeah. It takes you...
If I find anything,
20
yay!
minutes.
If not, yay!
Yeah. I'm gonna say that, that's, you do that.
Yeah.
I would say it would be a prepared action brains check if you like. Arlette, what do you do? Oh, it's also worthy to note the ship's captain was a figurine, and the ship's mechanic was a Calcian named Wisp.
That's the cyborg.
That's the cyborg.
Whose oil we found.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 6 on the d6, and then I rolled a 1. So 7.
Love it. Yeah, you get a good map of the ship. A heavy cargo hauler like this, they're fairly commonplace, but not passenger ships. So yeah, the captain's name was Lilcy Menzel, who was a figurine. Figurines are basically zombie.
My rap name, Lil Seaman. She's essentially a zombie. They're reanimated dead people. And I'm gonna ask for a brains check. Because this is something is kind of in Arlette's wheelhouse to maybe know.
Hang on. That's gonna work. 7.
7 is the number you needed. Figurines are carnivores. Not because
took
they
the fucking
eat,
meat.
but because their bodies slowly degenerate. They are zombies. And they need fresh meat that they sort of absorb to replenish. So it's not so much that they eat it, they just need it to restore themselves.
Like a patch.
Essentially, yeah. the other crew members of the ship, so the ship had 2 registered passengers, who
Yes.
were Esperians. Both members of the Mountain Clan. They share a surname with the. They share a surname.
So, possibly a couple?
Presumably a couple. One is male, one is female. You would be able to tell that from their names.
Cool.
They have 10. I think your people have gendered names, presumably a couple, quite possibly related to the body. Certainly distantly related to the body. They are of the same clan.
Okay. So, if we put all of this together, what happened is the solar flare. Gidunk is like in front of a big board with like strings.
A lot of red string,
yeah. The solar flare hits them, of course, after they got a lot of their fuel and a couple of passengers. They get knocked off course, and their part of their sails is turned up. For some reason, we found an armor that can go outside on the ship. But they didn't try and fix the sails.
They didn't have enough material to fix the sails.
Okay, and also I assume that on the impact of the solar flare, one of the Esperians unfortunately was impaled on something. It was an accident, I assume. They were huddled, like everything shook. The Esperian got stabbed. The mechanic got a rupture. Both ran towards the med bay, where the pool doctor, started helping in ways they could. But they didn't help Esperian.
The Esperian was in a stasis field. The ship has 2 registered passengers, not 3.
Yeah. So I guess they...
And the ship was directed to Aretusa, where it picked up cargo. Not the fuel cargo, small cargo, something extra. And
so perhaps this body, maybe they were going to a funeral, and this is they were taking the body to the place where they want to put it, which is the mountains. Are there mountains on the Pleasure Planet?
They weren't heading.
Why am I saying this is not their goal?
They weren't heading to Hypaxia.
Yeah, they were headed somewhere else with the body. The body was in stasis. So the wound might not even be during the impact. It was just like, it was dead already to begin with.
Yes.
And the things that happened to the ship happened in a span of a day, very short. And so the mechanic did sustain some injury, come to the med bay, but it's clear that they needed to go fast. They both left. The medic left a slime clean trail of a Broomba. They did not turn off the signal, which is shitty of them, because someone else would be coming to check what the fuck is up with the SOS signal.
And get blown up for that trouble.
Yeah, those motherfuckers forgot. And they will get on the... Yes?
Well, nobody had come. They waited for 4 days with it going, and no one came.
Because they're off course a fair way, so they could also assume that no one would come.
Yeah. It was careless, but it wasn't
as
malicious.
Happenstance. Yeah, we happened on them by happenstance because we're trying to find the shortest way to the Planet because we are stupid teenagers. And so they had no other choice but to all leave the body behind because they don't have the space, took the meat for the zombie, and ta-da.
That is correct.
Did we miss anything?
Well done.
Hey!
You make your way to Hypaxia. You are definitely late, but you show up towing a several million credits in salvage. And you're like, yeah, we were slow, but we did stop, but we did find something neat that was partially repaired. I need one check
Who's
to
paying for
activate.
your drinks, bitches?
I do need one check from Kenneth and Gadunk, one of you to make a brains check, I don't mind which, to repair the AI.
I've done so many.
Yeah,
Kenneth, I've
I
done
think
so
it's his
many.
turn.
Please go on.
Yeah,
Also,
it was his idea.
I do think we need to have some sort of explanation ready on why the fuck we left the life pod behind and we just sailed past them. Did we not see
We didn't
them?
see him.
Didn't see him.
No, we missed him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't see them.
We're
We
very
were very
inexperienced.
distracted. We were very
Yeah.
distracted making sure this whole thing kept operating and
Didn't
didn't slow
explode.
up.
You know why? Because we were cloaked so they didn't see us. So we were towing the ship, but we just happened to be on the other side.
The,
Of course.
Gosh, we
Then they
just
ran
couldn't
away.
see through the ship. Yeah. Oh no.
Parole says, without wanting to, I mean, those are all excellent reasons, but the ship was crippled in a major event. You've jury-rigged it to function again, but very, like, you're good, but jury-rigged, right? It could fail at any time. You were still considering time to be of the essence.
Yes.
Yes.
No one's
Arlette
gonna have
certainly
a go
does.
at you for
Arlette
that.
is like, I have no idea how long this this tin can held together with string is going to remain stable. So
Yeah.
the people on the life raft, they're fine.
And you can still tell the people where you're going that those people are coming.
That's true.
So yeah, they're only about a week away. They've got the supplies to get there. So you could go back and get them, but you don't have to. Or the company may well send. You find the company rep. So the events happened thusly. Kenneth, did you roll a brains check? Did it explode? How'd you
Yes,
do?
it did. It's a 12 on my D12.
Sure, then.
So. And another 3. So
Okay,
15.
Okay. You even managed to get the ship's AI, Father, back online. And Father and Parole, both modeled on father figures, interestingly. Not something I did it on intentionally. Converse together and says, well, you could build a model train?
I was thinking of like alcohol or no, that would imagine towing back a couple million tons of H3
Blazed to all hell.
blazed. Yeah, I guess.
It's like, hey guys, look what we found.
The
It was
AI
just like that.
the
About to
AI's
explode.
The AI's memory banks are not great. But it does say, well, Lilsey did keep a private stash in her quarters. Pretty nice whiskey.
Woohoo. As teenagers, we are definitely
Technically
okay with
speaking,
whiskey.
you are the current captain of this vessel, Captain, my captain. I'm not telling you to take it. I'm just telling you that it's there. And what you do with that information is your own business, Captain.
Look, it's my fatal flaw, but I think I might, for once, think about this a little bit. And maybe after a quick nap in the captain's room, Kenneth's bag is a little heavier.
Kenneth, you are...
Yeah.
How many... There are 6 bottles
Oh Jesus!
of various types. It's a collection of
Damn.
fairly fancy single malts. How many do you take?
Oh, just one.
Just
It
the
would be
one.
rude otherwise.
Probably the most full one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They've all been opened and sampled. So you take the most full one. So you get a 3/4 bottle, 3/4 full bottle of single malt whiskey, sort of barrel aged, 15-year barrel aged minimum. Plus 1/10 between the 4 of you of a tanker hauling helium-3. You pull into Hypaxia. The authorities, you radio in a ways off, and you are escorted in.
Arlette sends a very formal, polite, by the way, this is
Arlette's-
about to arrive on your doorstep.
Arlette, can I get a charm check, please?
Oh, yes.
Nice. You
Jump,
got
jack,
this.
jump, jack. Because that's a D12.
Is it a 1
I
or a 12?
rolled a 1.
Ah, amazing.
Are we nearby? Can we help?
I'm going to say no.
DM, look what you did.
It killed her. Hey, her roll killed her.
Oh my God.
This is basically to... Yeah, it turns out Charm, not Arlette's strong suit. Charm...
I'm generally beloved, so I get a +3 to charm.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
4. Okay.
So 4.
Can they possibly be attracted to you? Don't you also have that?
Oh, do they find me attractive? Am I?
Would they find you attractive, I think.
Yeah, could they?
I rolled a 2 on the D20 to determine the likelihood of this, so no. The dice says no. Arlette, it's not awful. You just don't manage to negotiate more favorable terms. Basically,
Okay.
they're grateful. They obviously are like, yeah, obviously, salvage rights will pipe the money through to your parent or guardian, he says, because you're not quite an adult yourself yet.
Arlette is slightly offended, but understands, and wonders how her parents are going to react when this massive deposit.
It's a big story. There's
You
a big
actually-
story
in their
happening.
fucking bank account.
Arlette, as you guys get off the ship, the company, as a formal thank you, provides you a berth for 2 to 15. And as you guys get off the ship, Metro, the guy who told Valley Grix about the final parking spot in the first place, who is a fellow classmate from the school, but one you don't have a particular beef with. He's a Throggerfell, with a thin beard surrounding his jawline, and he walks in a stilt-like walking contraption that kind of doubles his height. Throggerfell are kind of dwarves, space dwarves. I actually think of them more like Ugnaughts from Star Wars. He greets you as you walk off the ship. There is also some photographers from the local press, and he holds up a tabloid tab. It's a tabloid, and it's a single-use newspaper flimsy that is mechanical. It's got what's the word for hologram? There you are. Hologrammatic words that scroll on it. And he says, "You guys made the news," and famous ambassadors.
Oh no.
Thief ship saves valuable cargo container.
Yeah, let's go.
Somewhat
From exploding,
redeeming the
by the way.
reputation of 2 to 15. And I think we will
Nice.
leave it there.
Nice.
Hey.
Well, we got one bottle of alcohol out of it. I should have taken more.
In the background, that cloud person that was mean to us on the comms is a fart cloud color now.
Absolutely. Well, you will encounter them in your next adventure, no doubt. But for now, I need to remind our audience, please type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win our giveaway for this evening. Not D&D Bleak Org. We are playing Teens in Space, which is a different TTRPG system, based on the Kids on Bikes and Kids on Brooms systems as well. It's all the same system. It's similar, uses same dice, but the game system works slightly differently. And I am rather fond of it.
I just had this image in my mind of Shari's mom just calling the school. Just, hi. So I don't hear anything from you for about 2 weeks, and suddenly there's a
You're in the
small
news?
fortune
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
that.
bank account, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
in the news. What?
So, guys, we're going to do what we like to do at the end of our streams. We're going to do our favorite moments, a quick round of favorite moments. I would say two from each person, because this has been a full session, so we ought to be able to come up with a couple. So Bleak, before you don't go anywhere, because we are going to tell each other what a great job we did. This is something I've stolen unapologetically from the dreaded GM, where we go around the table quickly and say, "Hey, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that." Can I get a D5 rolled in chat? Exclamation mark roll space the number 5, please, to see who goes first and tells us their favorite moments. Nice to meet you, Bleak.
By the way, if we're doing like cut back to someone, I would hope that my pirate dad gets like a cutout of the newspaper on his wall.
Oh, for sure.
On his prison cell. Yeah.
Gadunk, yeah, your pirate dad is like, oh wow, my son is out there getting ships. I'm so proud. Yeah.
Also,
The legacy of pirates.
does your pirate dad suddenly get rich in jail?
Yes.
How does that work?
Nice.
He just got to. He's. Can you be a legal guardian of somebody whilst in custody? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yours might be. You might be a
no,
ward of the
wait.
state.
Nice.
Wouldn't Arlette's parents get that?
I guess I'm like the ward of her families. Yeah.
You ward of the state. That Arlette's dad isn't the king or the leader of the place. He's a diplomat.
Because
They'd probably go into a trust then.
Gadunk's dad and Arlette's uncle are friends in jail.
Yeah, but they're just pals. I don't
Yeah,
think
they're
that's
just friends.
legally recognized. I like the idea
They were like,
of now.
if they were like, oh yeah, we're pals. Here, Arlette's parents have this beaver.
Have this beaver. No, I like the idea of Gadunk now having a trust fund. He's a trust fund baby
Trust
now.
fund baby. Trust fund baby beaver. Tony rolled a 4. That is an Ardanna. Favorite moments, Ardanna. A couple of favorite moments from me, please.
From me?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Gadunk scaling the walls. It's always fun.
Oh, yes.
I wasn't gonna take the obvious one, but yes, scaling the walls. I am very tempted to steal that because I'm first,
Come on,
but
then. Do it. I'm not even sure what the obvious one is.
Kenneth locked in the suit.
Oh, right. Yeah. Kenneth getting locked in the suit was very fun. Yes.
Yeah. And one for Arlette.
You don't have to give one to everybody. We're like, yeah.
Okay.
Two's plenty.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there because there are so many that it's hard to pick with just one for each person, so I'm gonna stop right there.
Totally fair, yeah. Looking for speed. All right, D4 in chat, please. In fact, I have a D4. I can roll it, and I'll probably roll myself because that normally happens. It's a 2. Haha, that's John.
Literally, I have had this written down for a while. Daria talking to Josh when Josh said, actually, it's very difficult to heat space. And Daria going, well, that's a very, very fun fact for us. Thank you. Gold.
And that's a 1. That'll be Daria next.
Cool. And I just loved Arlette's Nat 1 at the very end.
Oh,
that
yes.
was amazing. And just, totally unexpected. So, great.
You guys have been rolling really quite well all session. I've already said I really love Daria's definitely do that, definitely don't do that phrased in the same sentence. Was perfect. I really enjoyed that one. I liked Ardanna and Karen figuring out who would do what and how. That was sensible. It made sense. I really liked that. Why am I going? I wasn't rolled. I was the only person who wasn't rolled. It's Daria's turn.
You fucking stole my okay. My favorites. I really liked the complicated relationship between Arlette and AI. That sounds like her dad. I think that's very fun. Even here in space, we're not far away from Dad. And I liked Cherie's excitement for being on any ship, whatever the ship may be. I think that was very fun. And also,
Excellent.
a quick DM moment. I love detective figuring it out kind of scenes. That's my jam, dude. I love trying to piece things together. It's so fun.
Yeah, you got it all bang on as well. Yeah. Well done. I think I left exactly the right amount of clues. And you
Yeah, I
found
think you did. I
you
think
found
this
pretty
is
much
very
all of
good.
them. Yeah. Bleak Argus rolled a 2. And Tony rolled a 3, both of which means Karen, because she's the last person on the respective dice that were rolled. Don't die.
Sorry. Promptly dies. God, there was so many great moments. I enjoyed Gadunk towing Kinnick back into the ship with the little just propeller hat wearing on top. That was a wonderful mental image. I enjoyed that a lot.
Watchful Wizard says not a specific person best, but the best was everyone's glee at cloaking and towing the spaceship past the people who had just evacuated from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Cherie just wearing the power armor around the ship because why not?
Because I can.
Because I can. I'm just gonna walk around in my power armor.
So you now have that is a permanent fixture aboard your ship. I presume that was stolen or permanently borrowed.
Oh yeah, no, that one stays as long as someone doesn't say she can't keep it.
Yeah, absolutely. Any others, Karen?
Oh, I could keep going. Kinnick just dilemma of like, do I take the booze? Do I not take the booze? How good of a person do I want to be today?
He suggested blowing you up another ship full of people.
He did
And then
suggest
didn't.
that, and then didn't do it.
I loved my justification for not
practical.
picking up the crew. It's like, oh no, we're very concerned
Yes.
with the explosion that might happen, so we're just gonna have to go right back. Yeah. Too complicated, too difficult. No, cannot do.
So, I'm last, and I'm not gonna try and shirk it, because I'm not having. I actually prefer this because it's me flattering people, not being flattered. I'm gonna say, yeah, Kenneth's idea to restart the AI, mainly so that it could give them advice on what mischief to do. I loved, Arlette's glee at initially fear at her dad finding out what she's done, and then realizing that that's actually a good thing. I loved Shari's notion of what her parents are going to do as well. It was like my mom getting the message like, how are we rarely rich now? What the fuck? And I've already said I really love Daria's line there. Once again, I'm going to point out though that Gadunk's voice is fantastic. And yeah, so this is what we figured out. You doing the Poirot, the Hercule Poirot at the end, going like, you did this and this and that, and then yeah.
I just realized as well, the hat with the propeller has blades on it, so the red string must have been very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, chaps and ladymen, we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. We should probably go away from here. So, we need to draw that giveaway. So, final exclamation mark tickets in chat to go into the draw to win both of a Troll Lord Games voucher for $10 at the Troll Lord Games online store, and also we should get you most PDFs that they have actually, and also Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition, a Steam key for that. So, both to be won. I will lock the thing off in a couple of seconds. Does anyone have anything they want to spruik? Ardanna, what's happening on the lore right at the moment?
Well, tonight we're doing episode 5 of Eve of Ruin, the high level D&D campaign I'm running. They started at level 10, and they have completely forgotten what a short rest is. So that's fun.
As in,
and tomorrow,
in game they've forgotten, or like the players have forgotten?
Yes. They ran through 10 combat encounters, and then
Yeah.
I had to remind them that short
That
rest
they can
is a
short
thing.
rest. Okay, right.
Yeah.
It's like,
And now
don't forget, you can rest.
You can stop at
Yeah,
some
it's
point
like-
if you like.
You have a warlock in your party who is
You
out of
should
spell
definitely
slots.
rest. Yeah.
Alrighty,
Why are we not resting?
I'm gonna close that giveaway. It does not close.
And But yes,
And-
that's what we're doing today, and tomorrow me
Marvelous.
and Tyrus are playing BT3. So yeah.
And that's the the Baldur's Gate Dirge run?
Yes.
I think you said Cinnamon Dirge.
Yeah, Tyrus is trying very hard to play a Dark Urge good guy.
Alrighty, I've done it. It's fun. I'm going to draw
It's
a
very
winner.
fun.
We have Muppet. Congratulations, Muppet
Nice.
Muppet.
Hey, Muppet!
Muppet, if you're in our Discord, I will contact you there. Otherwise, I will send you a Twitch whisper. A twisper, if you will. Karen and I may or may not, it'll be me. And I think I probably will be back on Tuesday evening for some more Skyrim. I might not be because my parents are coming back that night, so I might want to be frantically cleaning their house. And if not, we will be back next Thursday for some more Teens in Space. See what these lot
space.
get up to on Hypaxia, now that they're kind of rich. You could probably ask your parents to pipe you through some of that cash. They're like,
nice.
we're not sending you millions, but you can have a few $100K if you like. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. So, same bad time, same bad channel, on Tuesday or Thursday. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, wait, we should raid somebody, hey.
Oh, no, don't go yet. Wait.
Who we got?
Mike is on.
Mike is on. We've got Sunbalaka 1155 is playing Dungeons and Dragons online.
Oh.
No, this is way more appropriate. Agent number 1 is playing Space Haven. 1.0 Pirate Hunting. So I think that's got to be where we go. We're going to drop a raid over on... the difference is Sunbalak has only got 5 viewers, whereas Agent has 103. I think we need to go and drop a raid on Sunbalaka. So we'll drop a raid over there. Throw your favorite raider modes up in chat. Tell Sunbalaka where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we'll see you same bad time, same bad channel next Thursday for some more Teens in Space! Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, you wee scallywags! Avast for now! Whee!